LLC, Crystal Edge Technology. Well, I can't say Crystal Edge because Crystal Edge is literally being changed to something completely different. To marry it with our Black Series site, because we're going to keep the name Black Series. But hold on, let me get this charge at it for just a minute. There's some things that I am working on with my company. Some very important things. Hold on for a minute. Just got in here. Me and Taco just got in. Taco does not like the bag too much. I might get him another bag or something. Sorry about the handle there. I'm getting a stand. I just ordered a stand for doing these. If I start doing these demonstrations more, because this gives me an idea to explain what we're doing and what we're working on. And I'm just not going to allow people to bully us and, you know, try to taunt us in places that we're working at. You know, I should be able to show off places that we work at, and I should be able to show off things that we're working on about these people trying to bully us. But we're going to get all that taken care of today, because we have to be in the courts today to get some things taken care of. But let's talk about this right here. All right, so anyway, first things first, let me get what I need. Because I got a couple of things I'm adjusting and doing here. I'm getting ready, because we got all our stuff coming in one hit. Everything's going to be here in one hit. That is fantastic. So we're blessed on that. Thank you. Because I thought I would have to wait a couple of days to get my stuff, and I'm not going to have to wait a couple of days now. I'm going to have everything in to be able to get. I have to get done. It's really important because I need it to do my stuff. So that's great. It's going to allow me to get up, get everything done, and have all my stuff in here. I get my computer parts are all coming in. The only thing that's not coming in is the Pentium 7. It's not coming in yet because it won't be here until the 10th. So I have to wait for that to come in. Other than that, everything else is coming in. So yesterday, huge technology boom yesterday. Figured out how to do hologram technology, because we want a screen that we can literally have an image sitting right in the center of it, where it's not attached to a wall, where it's actually sitting independently in the middle of somewhere. And we just figured out, we're blessed to figure out how to do this. So went and ordered some of the equipment needed to do it. It does involve 2 parts of a projector that we needed. Now the reason on top of that, what we're also working on is interactive technology. So we have also to order the equipment to be able to do that, and surprisingly it was fairly cheap to do it. Pretty much is older technology, but again, they use it on white screens. They really didn't utilize it all that well. We're going to come in and upgrade it, much like we do older projectors. It's an old machine that's been around forever, and we just upgrade it to make it look better than what it is. So that's what we're going to do. So that's why I think it's why it's so cheap. Also too, what was it? Hologram, and submersive. So submersive technology, we're also going to be showing off. We have a new version of FLE technology that allows us to be able to design these amazing virtual fish tanks that we're working on. Well, I can't wait to start working on that stuff. That stuff is going to be absolutely crazy. So what we're doing is we're actually engineering new types of screens, but also too at the same time engineering new formulas to design new screens. Because like I said, we've done walls, we've done motorized projection screens, fixed frame screens, all types of fabrics. We've done all that stuff already. I want to get to a point where I can start engineering my own stuff. As a matter of fact, there's 2 places I got to go visit. There's this fabric store I got to go pop over and check out. So just word to the wise to show you that we get this all the time when people say, we get naysayers will come on out there on YouTube and spread rumors and say, hey, you know, he's broke, he doesn't make anything. This is what we made this week. And the reason why we show you this is not to brag. This is how my Lord blesses me. See those numbers right there? This is in a day. This is 3 days ago. As we just made this 3 days ago. This is how my Lord blesses me. I told you we make that money. We do. The Lord blesses us. We're very blessed to get this. from amazing customers who come in and support our technology. Because you know why? Our technology works. It does. It's meant many years. I got this covered up because I want their information showing up. But thank you to the customers who basically gave us these orders. We do appreciate it. But we are blessed because our Lord takes care of us. If we need something, He's going to bless us to have anything that we need with in His guidelines. We can have it. And I don't want people looking at this saying, oh, he's bragging. No, when we get people out there that are bitter and upset by what we do at the end of the day, and they're full of hatred and rage and the things that they do, which we have to take time out of our busy schedules to go to court over this mess. It shows you at the end of the day that the Lord does not bless the hand of the wicked, that He only blesses the hand of His servants. That's it. Only that's the end of it. That's why their hands can't be blessed. That's why when I told you in the day that when we root, you don't make any money. We make a lot of money because, again, all my technology comes from God. God blesses our hand. God brings us amazing customers. We win every single one of our claims. We don't lose claims at all, period. The one with one incident, this guy was so obsessed with my company that we get one complaint that will come up. And this guy would run to them and say, let me try to figure out some way to slander us. That's how how can I say it, put it away? That's how fast the devil tries to destroy or taint your blessings. If the devil can't take it from you, then he'll figure a way to taint it, to mess it up for you. And I told you, you gentlemen, at the end of the day, you can't take nothing from me at all. You can't take nothing from me at all, period. Nothing. When I explain to you that my table will always be blessed, when you see me when I put my shipping updates and you see all those tons of orders pushing up, my table being stacked, overflowing, when you see that, but keep in mind, in between all that time, when my table's overflowing like that, these devils are out there screaming and yelling and talking about he's this, that, and the other. God hears all that. God hears all that nonsense that you do. And you know what He does? He continues to bless my hand, continue to bless my hand, continue to bless my hand. Where you guys don't receive blessings. Because God does not bless the wicked. He does not reward evil for good. He doesn't give good for evil. So you're not getting any blessings. Your fountain's completely cut off. Your well is dry. You're living in this desert wasteland. That's where you're at when it comes to God. Christians, at the end of the day, we're in this beautiful, lush garden, beautiful flowers, plenty of fruit by the bundles. The Lord will tell me in my head to say, we got orders coming in today. The Lord would literally slow down my orders because we got so many orders coming in so I can handle the impact of what we're dealing with. And these orders coming back to back to back to back to back. PayPal's machine picked up on our orders because they have a system that comes in, and now we're going to be eligible for almost close to about $500,000. If we want it, we got it at our disposal for what we need. I told you what my Lord has planned for me and my business is destiny. You cannot stop that. All that preaching and bragging you did online about how don't buy from us and we're scammers, that ain't going to work at the end of the day, because my technology comes from God. And when your technology comes from God, the Lord will bless your hand. You're starting a business for the first time, Christian. You're starting a business for the first time, and you got somebody over there that don't like what you're doing at the end of the day, and they try to destroy your company or business. That's the devil right there, upset and angry because he's mad because he can't have you at the end of the day. He already has them. He already owns them at the end of the day. They belong to him. But he's mad at you because he don't have you at the end of the day. And he tries his hardest. And that's what they do. They let the devil work through them. And the reason when you let the devil work through you, the only thing that's going to come out of that is just destruction. I got to go down to City Hall today. I got to file this paperwork. And as I said, it's not going to go well. The evidence we have is overwhelming. It's beyond belief on how much we have on these guys. And you know, it's so shocking that when you go into, when you do this on YouTube, people don't realize the impact. When you go into a courthouse with these documents, it's a different world. They're like, what in the world is going on with all of this? That's what it looks like to them. This is why I said you're going to have a warrant for your arrest in no time at all. And I got people apologizing to me like, I'm sorry you had to go through all this. I am so sorry you had to go through this kind of nonsense. These people put you through all of this. Yeah, that case is going to go up. And mind you, we get favoritism. God gives us favoritism. God protects us. So anything that hits that courtroom today, it's going to go through God's word, God's blessings. He's going to make sure that every single document goes through, every single document gets approved, and that we get everything that we need to have a warrant for your arrest. He's going to take care of that for us. He's opened every single door we needed. You cannot stop. When I was in the garage and I sat there and said, you can't stop destiny. What the Lord has planned for us, our blessings, you can't stop that. That's proof right there. That's just what came into a couple of days ago. That's why I told you I hit the cap easy. The cap we had on was 3,000. We hit that cap easy. So by the time we hit the cap, PayPal had to go in, and it was so easy for us to get our new cap, because before we had to fight for that thing, but now we went into one. It was like, oh, no problem, we got you taken care of. Took the money off of my account. Well, you shouldn't have to go through all that, because you ship all your stuff to shipping station and all that stuff. Yeah, we ship everything to shipping. We had a track record, everything we ship out. Don't worry, Mr. Bird, don't have to worry about this no more. And we didn't have to worry about it anymore. That's it. Took it off. We got a massive cap sitting on our account. Our cap is huge. So we don't have to worry about it. We got plenty of breathing room. Lord blessed us to have that. And the reason why the Lord allowed that cap to be expanded, because he's got plans for us. AdTech is already set up to go, and it hasn't even been seen yet. By a few people saw it down here from the demonstrations, but a few people haven't seen it yet. But for the videos alone, AdTech's all ready to go. I got a law firm that's getting ready to set up AdTech through their windows. The place where we work at down here, our office down here, they're going to have it down here. Everybody is excited about our technology. That's why the naysayers are upset, and this is why they're angry, because now it's two parts of that. Because they serve the devil. That's the devil. As you see them reacting and carrying on, that's the devil acting up through them. And they're upset and angry because they can't figure out why my company hasn't fallen apart, why it's not destroyed, why it doesn't work anymore, why is people still buying my products. Because my products work at the end of the day, gentlemen. That's why. And my products are blessed. Like I said, powered by God's technology. Our technology comes from God. So that's what it is. But anyway, so when you make statements by saying that, well, hey, he's broke, he has to live in a garage, he lives in, I make enough money to literally be able, this is not even close to what, you see that bar right there? If I drop that thing all the way down, you'll see the rest of my payments coming through. This is just a couple orders. Gentlemen, I make enough money to rent a house out. I can buy a house if I want. My credit score is excellent. So I can basically buy a house if I want to. I'm renting a house right now. So yes, I can afford to rent a house, rent a storage unit, rent an office out. I can do all that with no problem. As a matter of fact, I'm about to drop some more money into renting out these big, huge park lot areas. Somebody owns them. I contacted them. He said, no problem renting them out. I'm going to rent them out. The RV company is going to allow us to display. I'm renting. Oh, I got to go over there today. Everything was closed yesterday. That's what I was so angry about yesterday. I mean, I understand it's Labor Day and everything, but I work every day. So I'm used to basically networking every single day. So I got to go down there today. You know how crazy my day is going to be today? Beyond that, this is the reason why I can't work a regular job, because it's virtually impossible. You can't work a job when you run a company. I got to go to City Hall. I got to file all that paperwork and get all that done. Once that's all completed and finished, all my stuff gets here. Literally everything is coming today. The stuff to build the PC, more supplies for the customers, new equipment. Last night I ordered this crazy projector. This projector does interactive software. This thing is a beast. I ordered one. I got one coming in. I'm surprised I even got my hands on one of them. But yeah, I got one of them. It comes in two different parts. I had to order for this thing to be able to allow me to drag and drop and move things all over the place. So we're going to convert the desk, we're going to convert tables with it, everything with it, floors with this stuff. It's amazing what this thing does. We figured out hologram technology yesterday. And that's why I was sitting in front of the camera. I was like, oh, shoot, like that's how it's done. It just popped in my head because the Lord gave me that information that fast on how to design a moving object or a picture object that stands still in 1 second. See, the thing about it is, what people understand is when you get to the point when you develop so much technology, having the screen hit a wall is boring. You've done it too many times. You want something that stands alone by itself. An image that can produce of something by itself right there. Like this mouse should be to float easily, just like that. And you should be to walk around it and see it. That's the technology I'm working on. Technology allows you to be able to drag and drop things. You can pull things around, you can move things around here and there. It allows you to drag and drop things if you want to. That's what we're working on, to be able to manipulate the projection itself. That's what we're working on. I've done the demonstrations on walls, on ceilings, on floors, on fixed frames, and motorizers, and different forms of fabrics. We've done all that already. The next stage for that is higher technology. We already have the ability to be able to absorb sunlight. That's the first step of it all. Once you get to that point, there is no limits, because after that, that same formula, whatever you engineer, you can reconstruct that into anything you want. And to be able to absorb sunlight is extremely important, because of all the hologram technology that I have seen so far, all of them sit in dark environments. So imagine holograms that can work in the sunlight. There you go. So that's why I told you that ad tech itself is worth not millions. Hopefully soon it's going to be worth $1 billion technology, because it has the ability to absorb sunlight. And when you can absorb sunlight, well, anything we incorporate that technology in, whether it be holograms, whether it be interactive technology, there you go. That's why I said, this is why when they're sitting there taking their paints and splashing on little surfaces and, oh look, we got the window open. Oh, that doesn't impress me at all, period. I'm way beyond that circle now. Way beyond that. Let's put it in a way you can understand this. Have you ever seen Smallville, where basically with Superman meets Flash? And he tells Flash at the end of the day that, hey, look, if you can beat me in racing, then, you have to stay here. And Flash was like, okay. He's just playing like, okay, no problem. Flash is actually way faster than Superman. And they take off running side by side. And then Flash smiles at him and just boom, takes off. Superman was running at his hardest. And Flash was just playing with him. You know what I mean? Jogging, just laughing and just having a good time because they're friends. And said, okay, buddy, it's time for me to go in. Disappeared just like that. That's us. That's the advancement we're at right now. And one day, last night, we figured out how to design hologram technology in one day. And one day it took us to be the engineer technology that can read through sunlight. It doesn't take us long to get this stuff, because the Lord blesses us with all this technology. So right now I'm writing all these schematics down on exactly chamber units we need, equipment, different forms of formulas are going to be needed to actually engineer this technology, and it's already in my head that fast. I got 3 types of high technology in my head. Even the submersive technology we're working on is way beyond what we're used to working on. This is going to basically allow people to have virtual fish tanks. These things are going to be gorgeous. And if you think, what's the point of a virtual fish tank? Well, put it this way. Do you know how many different fish stores there are on the planet right now? People sell all kinds of exotic fish. Can you imagine getting your fish to be displayed right through glass? It looks actually where it looks like an actual aquarium right through your windows. There's tons of them. Boat arenas that can actually show this technology off. You have restaurants that will have koi fish. You can have koi fish in the water. They can have koi fish going through. When you can put mermaids, krakens, the city of Atlantis, anything you want through this technology. Even there is a way that you can have a fish tank and a hologram projection at the same time. See, at the end of the day, this is where my company gives back to the community. All you do is bicker and complain about what we do. All you do at the end of the day is basically commit crimes and perjury and doxing and all that stuff. You commit crimes at the end of the day. That's why your companies are crooked. Me, on the other hand, I develop technology that allows other companies to be able to do even more advanced things. So with our technology, companies can actually grow and design better technology for other companies, and they can design better technology for other companies when you think about that. Yeah, because I've had companies contact me and said, hey, look, this would have cost us thousands of dollars if we haven't bumped into you guys. Like the store we showed, the smoke shop that has an aquarium pushing through glass. Do you have any idea how much money that technology costs to even get close to that technology? Do you know how much it cost them to do that? Way less than $1,000. Now, they paid for the projectors themselves. Those projectors are Chrissy LW400s. We show them in the videos. Those projectors, he got both of them for around $400 something dollars. I think fourth and $398 for his projector. That's a 720p projector that was outdated in 2011 that can push an image right through our technology and show fish through a window at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. That would have cost him a lot of money. Anybody else would have charged him for a 10,000 lumen projector. Yeah, but 10,000 lumen, way up there for that projector to do that. So it saved him a ton of money. There you go. Stores using ad tech. You don't have to worry about using that decal print anymore. None of that nonsense. As I say, it's nonsense. It's still good product, but you don't have to worry about that. And you're seeing the process to remove this stuff. I mean, you're going to lose your investment. It's just one of those things where you're just going to have to bite the bullet in the process, Joe. Pay the money to have the decal sticker put up, and in the end, you can't take it with you, can you? Can you take it off and take it home and watch a movie off of it? No, you can't. Can you change it to another window? No, you can't. Will it change? Like, say, if the spring season comes in or the Halloween season comes in or anything that comes in, can you change that to some festival design? Oh, no, you can't do that. So what if you have new inventory that comes in, something cool? Well, can you show your inventory change? No, you can't. You're just going to have to go in and just scrape all that off and just have another one put on it for each time you have something changes in your inventory. Where ad tech will allow you to advertise commercials right through your glass. You can change your entire inventory at will. You have that power to do that without paying extra money. And on top of that, it's yours 100% because you can take it with you. It's a screen. I literally got asked that question with the law office when they're saying, "Are you going to spray this in the glass?" Like, no. It's a screen you put in the glass and you can take it with you. Take it home and watch a movie off if you want. Roll it up, put it into its case and take it with you. Now, you imagine companies like McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, Foot Locker, Budweiser. It could be anyone. Miller Lite, who cares anyway? Any company can advertise that technology right through their glass. So what is that technology worth now? And we're talking about countries, state to state. It's $1 billion technology. That's why it hasn't been launched yet. That's why we got lawyers working around the clock to lock that thing in. And if you sit there and say, well, I don't have the money for an attorney. Oh, yeah, I have the money for the attorney. Anything I need at the end of the day, anything I ask my Lord for, he blesses for our orders to come in to make the money that we need. That's the devil want to sit there and spread false lies and rumors about my company. But you got to pay for that too today, because today I'm going to City Hall and I'm going to basically start the application process where I was following all the forms and everything to get them ready to get these people in court so we can get them before a judge and they can explain to a judge the same thing they did on YouTube. And if you can't, I'm going to tell you something, gentlemen. I'm requesting for 50 years prison sentence. That's what I want. At least 50 years. At least. To make us happy for everything that we went through and how you try to put make my company like something that it's not. If you cannot prove these things, I'm requesting a 50-year prison sentence. That's what I want. Keep in mind, we're violating the copyrights alone. Those of you who violated my copyrights alone, you're looking at 25 years already. That's from the door. 25 years from the door. And then I had 2 of these copyrights. Some people violated 2 of them. So now you're looking at 50 years in jail. You're going to get this automatically. Then we have the doxing of addresses. That's about 5 or 10 years in jail. Then we have the post office mail frauds, which we have to go to the post office because there's so many of them, and we have to get these special forms to fill all that out. We're going to go take all your information and apply all that right there to get that taken care of so they can get the ball rolling on basically bringing you into court, and that's federal too. They're going to bring you into court and getting you prosecuted for post office fraud. And then we got the bar on the other end for McAfee. We got to go contact them again, send over more information over there to them. And I'm pretty sure they're going to go file because their identity was stolen in the process of Mr. McAfee using their identity to try to mask his instead. So that's considered to be identity theft and post office mail fraud. Derek Williams, who claims to be a preacher, that's going to be brought up in court too. We also want to question that. Are you really a preacher? Are you basically mimicking one or being in a pocket? It's against the law. You can't actually do that. But he has multiple mail fraud charges coming at him. So these are people that are looking at they're never coming home. It's just all it's just too much stuff, and then there's other stuff involved in that. Then we got these new messages that came in a couple of days ago. They're going down today, get all that taken care of because this guy we know he was coming in harassing our business accounts. So all that's documented, and I contacted the company. I'm going to contact them today, who keeps a track record, and they're going to give us all the transcripts and anything we need to help us prosecute this guy. That's what I said. You guys are idiots. You're going to ruin your lives. Your days are over. As of today, we grow with new technology. As of today, your life is over. So, as I said before, some of you are going to get evicted. Yeah, because Mr. Williams is definitely going to get evicted. He lives in the complex at the end of the day, and we will be reaching out. I'm going to make sure whatever process server goes to him, we want landlord information. They have to storm that building. We want the information. So all that'll come back to us. If you own a house, I'll find out exactly what bank, where you're at, get a financial advisor. We got to get to the day to figure out exactly what your worth is, so we know exactly what we're going to sue you. We're going to sue you for $1 million anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. But we're still going to find out if you own your house or not, if we can take it or not. Any access we can get our hands on and take it. You can't get mad about it. You bought it on yourself. So remember, we gave you plenty of time to back off of us, and you refused to. You got this thing called Crowcast. That's going to be, it's going to be bad when you're sitting up in court and you're watching yourself on these little big monitors and they're showing your activity. That is not going to go well. But until then, I have technology to engineer. I have customers I have to take care of. Oh, I'm supposed to be on my Wix page. Are we even on the Wix page? Do we even bring it up? I got updates to do. So I got all my stuff coming in today to rebuild the computer. Of course, we don't have the Pentium coming in yet. We have to wait for that. And I got some stuff coming in for the interactive technology. I ordered 2 projectors for that in this special unit. I had to get in cables. Oh man, those cables weren't cheap. That's the only thing that wasn't cheap was those freaking cables. I knew what they were doing. The cables were expensive. So we got that coming in. And I ordered a fish tank because we were doing these submersive new technology. So that had to be ordered and bought that in. What else did we buy? We bought a bunch of stuff, man. You'll see it's going to be a stack of boxes all over the floor. And then I still got to get all this stuff over here. That's my other bunch of orders over there and equipment. I bought a new printer and stuff like that. I got ready for over at the other place. We're sitting up over there. So I got to take all that stuff over there. And then I got to come back, and yes, there's a whole lot of footwork I got to do today, a whole lot. And I'm still updating the website with the new technology we got coming out. We got hologram technology. So that hologram technology is going to be using the ad tech technology. The submersive is using ad tech technology, and the interactive is using ad tech. Because all the research I watched on people doing projection setups for the floor, allow you to kick around stuff and stuff like that, all in the dark. Our technology can be used in fully lit environments. That's the game changer. And that helps companies out, like I said, because I had a company in Australia. They contacted us and said, hey, we're trying to figure out how to get the screen to react in a fully lit environment. We don't want it in the dark. We don't want to be in a dark environment. We want it in a well-lit environment so people can come in, families, and come in and have fun with this whole interactive board. Now, you can't go to a certified screen because a certified screen, at the end of the day, you don't be walking around on a $5,000 screen. That thing is going to get messed up, so you can't use that. And they looked at different paints, and they did look at gray paint. Gray paint doesn't work. The projectors can't read it. Those are different forms. When that software, that projector is not your everyday projector, it shoots an infrared. It can't read it. I showed you that when I showed you the projector mapping, how writing on the screen and the white pops up. But when we show the black, it won't read on the gray screens because the gray screens and white screens can't read that contrast level. So that plagues this particular form of technology we work on. But anyway, they went through all that already. Then they saw our black technology. They saw us demonstrating these screens on the ground, me walking back and forth on this mat, and that's what they saw. They contacted us and said, man, you guys figured out how to get up. That screen's black. And I said, it's a black screen. You could walk on it, whatever, roll chairs across it. You can't damage it. I had one in the workshop. I was just dragging chairs across it all day long. So that's freaking crazy. And we've been looking for that. So that helped them complete their project on what they wanted to do, because now they have a black screen that can be applied to a floor. It can pick up in a fully lit environment, and they can walk over it all day long without it cracking and peeling. See, that's what I'm talking about. Companies that build to help other companies out. Now, somebody may see that and they may engineer something crazy out of that may help out another company. And it goes on and on and on. Just like the projection screen company that developed the interactive technology that we need at the end of the day to be able to make our screens do what they need to do. And then we contact them and say, hey, look, that projector image you got, we turned that to this technology. That's why I have projection screen companies that will contact me and ask me to develop technology for them to be able to show off their screens. And the reason why I refuse this is because your projector's not doing all the work. That's why I refuse it. You have to understand that without our technology, your projector won't function. So you can't come in and say, hey, I got the P3. Say the P3 comes up with this projector. And it's not a 2 million, it's a 4 million to 1 contrast projector. And they got our black technology in their showroom. And they're saying, look, it's picking up this excellent 100% contrast. No, you literally can't say that. Because if you take that screen and you basically put white or gray on the other side, is that projector going to see the same contrast level that's seen on the black screen? No, you're not going to be able to see that. There you go. That's why we won't do anything for projection companies. We won't basically engineer any form of technology to make their projectors look whatever. You have to tell the truth. You have to be honest about it. And they won't do it. All right, let me see what we got here. You see how wide awake I am for 6:54 in the morning? I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I go to my home front at 4 o'clock, get up, come down here at 6 o'clock. It's the same routine. Everywhere I'm at, every place I drop, it's the same routine. Whether it be in the garage, whether it be over. Oh, thank goodness when we were working over in the office space, we was down there every single day. I was down there like 8 o'clock in the morning. I would have been down there at 6 if they opened up at 6, but they didn't open at 6 o'clock. They opened up at 8 o'clock. So we had to go in at 8 o'clock. We were working at the office space over there. Probably would have made claims that we lived over there too. Anyway, we did find some claims that they did make. By the way, you're getting sued for it. When I go to court, I'm going to file a lawsuit against you, Mr. Fernando Gonzalez, for making a false claim against me by making statements that I was living in these facilities. So you're getting sued again today. Guess what I'm asking for? $240,000. That's what I'm requesting. I'll see you in court. And I am going to bring someone to your state, Mr. Fernando, to get a warrant for your arrest. Once we finish everything we're done here with the courts, with everything we need, everything, I'm getting a warrant for your arrest. I want you in jail. I want you behind bars. I want you in jail. I want you fingerprinted. I want you pictured. I want a record on you. Because you're not going to do this stuff you think you're going to do online. You're not going to do it. That is over. No more of that. No more going online. No more of that nonsense. And because there's cyber crimes, you don't have access to online anymore once all this goes through. Once he's prosecuted and found guilty, and it's not going to be hard to do. Too much evidence. Judge, looking at that, it's an open and shut case. Everyone I saw when I was sent over the pictures, when I had to go to the police station, and I'm just scanning all the stuff pictures he's taken of me and doing weird stuff with. And the officer came back and said, you're filing a lawsuit, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, I am. He said, man, because this is an open and shut. Yeah, it's an open and shut. I'm going to sue him for millions of dollars. All right, let me see. Where is my... Because I know we put it in here. I got to update my page. Oh, we're on it right now. Whoa. All right, let me get out of this real quick. Let me leave it down to my customers' information. It's there. And right, that's why I taped everything up. There we go. Now I can go in. Yeah, but to make statements like that by saying, I sat there and said, I'm not trying to be rude at the end of the day, but I make more than you do. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not bragging or anything. It's just I make more than him. He really thinks at the end of the day that I'm broken. Dude, you can sell 15 of those and you still wouldn't catch up to what I make in a day. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but, trying to make it sound like we're broke. We don't make any money. Dude, my technology is tested. Everything I have is tested. I can go to court for anything. Anybody, any company can take me to court. I can back up my technology 100%. No problem. I do live demonstrations constantly all the time. I do all my tests live. I'm not scared to do demonstrations. Any black versus black demonstrations I've done on a live? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Please. I back myself 100%. I request customers to ship things back. And we do those tests live right there in front of everybody. Can you do that? No, you can't do that, because if your stuff matches house paint, then it has a yellowish tone attached to it. Oh, come on, man. Get over it. Well, you got plenty this time around. When we get to that courtroom, you can explain to a judge how you felt at the end of the day, how my product is supposed to be all these things as you claim it's supposed to be, right? And mind you, so you know this, I've taken the people to court for this. It's not a pretty sight. Judge is going to ask you right from the door, what proof do you have that his product is doing what you claim it does? Did you have permission to touch his copyright? Did you basically have permission to use his face without his permission when you splattered it all over YouTube? Did you have permission to dox his address? And yeah, my sister's going to be there too with her people too, because again, you put their address up there too. And also to the individuals in my family, which I'm not going to mention, who you mentioned their names on YouTube, they're going to be there. So yeah, you got a lot to answer for, buddy. Including the Marine. And you cursed out in a conversation. Let me see from here. Guy, you don't know about that? Yeah, one of my brother's kids is a Marine, and he I leave my cell phone down. So when I come in, because I know there's kids all over the place running around, especially on a Saturday, I take my cell phone and stick it on top of the refrigerator because I don't want them touching stuff. Kids are always messing with games in it and stuff that screw my phone up. So I put my phone up high so they can't touch it. And my phone's going off. This dummy sitting there contacting me. This weirdo's contacting me on a Saturday, sending over pornography and cursing me out. And he just happened to walk by and saw the pornography pop on the phone and picked it up. I'm like, what the frig is this? Because he thought some girl sent me something. He's going through my phone, and Jamie's having a conversation with him, and he's cursing this guy out. Yeah, and you got yourself, and sometimes, yeah. The only reason why he hasn't come got you yet, because I had to beg this guy. I mean, beg him, not ask him, beg him. Let me get this guy in court, man. Come on, give me this at the end of the day. I literally had to beg the other half of my family members to don't do anything, because he mentioned people online that I told you I got people in my family that's connected, and I told you don't do dumb stuff, and he mentioned their names on YouTube. So he got some heat coming at him. It ain't over. It's way beyond over. So it's gonna happen. None of my business. I got nothing to do with it. But I had to beg these people at the end of the day, like, look, man, let me get mine first. Let me go and get him in court and get him prosecuted. Yeah, because they was heated. But you cursed out that guy at the end of the day. And I told you, y'all gonna meet sooner or later. Because he want to talk to you. Of course he want to talk to him. You got nasty with him. And you explained it to him. He was talking to him. He said, I'm not who you think I am. And he kept cursing him out. So you bit off for too much you can chew. You play Call of Duty? He is Call of Duty. Just so you know. Whole different type of a human being at the end of the day. Whole different type of human being. You know, games you play at the end of the day, he is that person. That's what you ticked off. So, and he's going to come down there. Now imagine, like I said, if I did set the phone down low, which I'm glad, I always put the phone up high. When I walk in, I drop it on the refrigerator. It's a habit of mine. That his daughter had picked up that phone and that pornography popped over, there would have been nothing I would have been able to say or do to stop him at all. You had somebody, that iron door you got up there, that's not going to hold, that's not going to help you. Oh no, heck no. You don't understand what you're dealing with at the end of the day. Ooh, this is pretty old. Can't be doing stuff like that. Who does stuff like that? Who basically sends pornography over to somebody's phone, cursing and carrying on and acting up? See, that's what I'm talking about. Now, if I had set that phone down low, which I'm glad I didn't do that, and his child had picked it up, or anybody in there would have picked up, kids would have picked up my phone, because kids do that. They pick up your phone because they think there's games on it, and they start going through your phone. That's why my phones are locked and all that stuff, because I know they pick up stuff and they play with it. I put it up high because I don't want them touching stuff. But if his daughter had picked up that phone and saw that, Jamie, I'm gonna tell you right from the door, you wouldn't have been on YouTube anymore. I'm telling you, this man would have took a flight down there. Ain't nothing we could do to stop him. I'm not trying to get in his way, and I ain't trying. I'm done. I'm walking out of it. I have nothing to do with it. I lost my case. I don't have the case anymore. And definitely, I'm gonna put it this way, in a nice way to put it. My case won't even exist if this guy puts his hands on you, and he ain't afraid to go to jail. You basically, that little girl is the apple of his eye. For all that he went through over there when he was on tour, and he was doing what he had to do, is come home to his baby girl. And if he had saw that she had seen that stuff on that phone. Oh my goodness, man! You would have saw a 6-foot guy come through your door, window, whatever way he got to get in there. He's gonna get in there, and he would have basically beat the living snot out of you. And I don't think you would have survived it, because he's pretty brutal. That's why you don't do stuff like that. You're a grown man. You should know better than that. How would you feel if somebody sent pornography over on your phone and your daughter picked it up or your son picked it up and saw that mess? How would that make you feel at the end of the day? That's why I say he's ignorant. Don't worry. You had a nice conversation with him. So you're going to see him sooner or later. That's what I'm hopingly he don't mess things up for me. That's what I'm hoping. He don't mess things up for me. Because, yeah, he see you, well, you got to go to court. You're going to have to go to court. And you can sit there and say, hey, look, tell the police, like, look, man, what are you going to tell the police at the end of the day? What are you going to tell them? You got an ex-Marine looking to take your head off now because you got disrespect with him? What are you going to do about that? You're going to say, oh, well, look, yeah, I got this guy. He's probably going to try to kill me in the process. I need police protection. Once you fight him hand to hand, you're not going to be able to take him. That's never going to happen. But since you talked all that trash, why don't you fight him man to man? Oh, you can't. You're a coward. So you're going to go call the police. So that's what you do. Call the police and say, hey, look, this guy threatened me on YouTube. And if the police come and contact him, I said, look, at the end of the day, he contacted my phone. I'll show him your number and everything with the pornography and everything on it. What you want to do after that? Yeah, he contacted my phone with a bunch of pornography, carrying on and acting up, and I got to have to set my phone up high on the fridge because I don't put it down low because of the kids. And somebody walked by, picked it up, and he cursed them out thinking it was me. You know what's going to happen, Jamie? You're going to get arrested because you can't do that. Can't be sending people pornography over the phone and cursing them out. Can't do that. You're going to end up getting arrested. So you're just going to have to deal with it. What they're going to tell you is when you see him, you don't know what he looks like. But when you see him, or if he attacks you, you don't get the 911 fast, that ain't going to work. So get somebody else going to do it for you. Hopefully they get there before he basically beats you to death. Hate to put it that way, but that's pretty much what's going to happen. Next time, learn a valuable lesson. Don't contact people's phones. Don't go in there and send pornography over. Don't curse people out. Don't be calling people racial slurs and all that crazy. Don't do that kind of stuff at all, period. Because, again, you never know whose phone is laying where at someone's house. You never know who's going to pick it up, who's going to have it. And you shouldn't be sending that stuff anyway, period. You just really shouldn't be sending it at all. Really shouldn't be sending that kind of stuff at all, period. You know better than that. And that's what you got yourself into. Devil had you running your mouth, and you're just running your mouth to the wrong person at the end of the day. And this is a man that doesn't carry a cross, so good luck to you. I got nothing to do with that. He's got a vicious temper, and we're not going to be there to talk him out of it because I don't plan to go to California for that nonsense. I don't even want to be involved in what's going on over there. Wherever he goes, that's between you and him. Maybe you can talk him out of it. Maybe you can apologize to him. You apologize hard enough, he may just walk away from it. So just get down and apologize. Get on your knees and beg for something. You're going to do something. These are all the messages. These are going to court today. This is stuff he was sending over to us, carrying on and acting up on the phone. Gotta stop doing stuff like that, man. Something wrong with you. You go ahead and play that game in prison. Do that nonsense over there and see what happens to you. Can't be going around doing stuff like that. You gotta grow up, man. Gotta grow up. I don't know what grown man would be doing stuff like that. You get women that snap on guys today. You can't be sending me stuff like that. I got kids. I leave my phone down. I got kids at the end of the day. Yeah, you can't be doing. You gotta grow up, man. You got to grow up. You got. I think you have something what they call Peter Pan syndrome. It's an actual where people can't. They refuse to grow up. They refuse to accept adulthood. So, yeah, you'll deal with it when it gets there. But until then, I'm just happy that he's nice and calm. He's relaxed. You know, he's you want to call him up? Go on YouTube and call him up, see what happens. Yeah, I bet you won't. Bet you won't call any of my family up. Go ahead and do that, see what happens. I won't be to stop that nonsense. You test people too much. That's the problem with you. You test people too much. You want to come off as the tough guy. Well, guess what? Where you're going at, you got plenty of chances to show you the tough guy. Big and bad. He did that to a couple people. That Instagram account you see with the crystal edge on it, that's a fake account that he made. Came on Instagram because I had a guy on there I was cool with, and he's a guy that does the bikes and stuff. They do the wheelies and all that stuff all in the street. And he does that kind of stuff. He's in Cali too. He's a Cali guy. But anyway, I met him and he wanted this projection screen, and I showed him the screen, like the screen a lot. And he said, "Man, I can help you out. I got millions of followers. I can help you out with, if you need publicity and whatever." He said, "Because I really like the screen paint." He bought it. He said, "I don't endorse anything. I got to see it first." So me and him became good friends, and I was on Instagram. He was jumping my numbers like crazy over there on Instagram. And this guy, Jamie, saw it and got upset and got angry, got bitter about it. Decided he was going to make a fake account, use my name in the fake account, and go over there and try to convince people that I was a scammer. Bumped into this guy. And him and Jamie got into a conversation, and Jamie went off on him because he got mad because he wouldn't believe him. He had my screen. So if he has my screen and he's vouching that he has my screen and it's doing a fantastic job and he loves it, then he got mad because he wouldn't believe Jamie's point of view. And Jamie cursed him out, went into his account, and started talking about his kids. Wrong person. Definitely wrong person. Wrong person. And they came back over to me like, who is he? With the time, we didn't know where, we knew who he was. We just didn't know where he lived at the time. Man, that's why I said, man, God must be watching over you from time to time, man, because if you had posted your LLC at that particular time and they went looking for you and they found it, he wouldn't be on YouTube anymore. I lied. He had to move. He'd have to move. Sure, he had to move. Yeah. Yeah, he would definitely have to move. Because they went for him. They were ticked off. They were ticked off. I don't know what he said to him, whatever. They came in and said, who the freak is this so-and-so and stuff? He has got one to my account. He's going to call me all kinds of nasty words on top of that. Man, call me N-words and everything else. And freaking talking about my kids and going through my account. Yeah. Yeah. And your information's still up there. He can't remove it now because he's missing that information. But yeah. The only reason why you're still standing is because of the grace of God. That's all. That's the only reason why you're still standing, because of the grace of God. Because you triggered a lot of people. You ripped off a lot of people in the process too. But he triggered a lot of people. You understand that? Maybe the Lord is saving you for you to be saved at the end of the day. It could be that. You could the Lord could be blessing you to be saved, but you still got to go through the process. You got to go through the process. So maybe the Lord got something planned for him, because I'm telling you, from the people I know he ticked off, and he'd have been gone by now. A long time ago, he'd been gone. Let me see where we got this. This is the front page. We got to expand our front page. Our front page needs to be much bigger than this. Oh, I got to get a fish tank. I ain't going to get a fish tank. Like, where in the world? Can I just go buy a fish tank? I'm going to go all the way to Petco, pick up a fish tank, and bring it back. If I order it, I'm scared they're gonna crack the tank. That's what I'm terrified of. They're gonna crack the tank. I've had a fish tank I've ordered and they cracked the tank, and I'm like, oh wow, really? And mine, you gotta take it all. Oh no, I'm gonna go to Petco and pick one up. I got a lot of footwork to do there, and I gotta go to Home Depot. I gotta pick up stuff from over there to build this Halo system. Oh, forgot about the Halo system. We literally have to build that thing. Okay, got to build a Halo system because we need that to wrap around to put the screens that the quasars need done when we demonstrate those. So we got that has to be done. And all this stuff I got to do. I got to add more stuff to the page on stuff we're working on, because now we got this new equipment coming that's going to allow us. I can't wait for that. You imagine to be able to drag and drop whatever you want off your table. I can't wait. I'm going to convert this whole table right here into one big giant screen. I can just touch and just move stuff around. Oh, I can't wait for that. It's going to be sick. I saw that projector, man. I did a little research on it. It does that. It has that capability. Where it can go online. I can drag my web pages. No more touch this. Also, don't be all touch screen. I can't wait. The whole desk is going to be all touch screen. Oh, that's going to be sick. And I got a buddy of mine who's a carpenter. He builds furniture. I gotta contact him. We get this to work. We need to get to work. I need to reach out to him. Like, look, man, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to build me customized desks that we can actually put this plexiglass into it. And this is the coating we're going to put in. We can make touchscreen desks that are for far less than everybody else. So that's the whole purpose of it all. All the new technology we're engineering, everything we're working on is designed to basically far less than everybody can afford. So instead of spending thousands and thousands of dollars for this stuff at the end of the day. I use my wholesale license to contact these companies, tell them what I'm interested in. We need bulks of these projectors and equipment. And since this stuff is pretty old, yeah, we can take out that old technology and make it into new technology. See that 720p projector? People right through the window. 720p projector. Right on a 150-inch screen outside. And when you do a blue demonstration, they're the hardest to do because blue washes out the fastest, especially outside. On site, 720p ultra short though projector showing white levels. Is this on site again? Where are we at this one? No, this is at the house. Okay, the house was at. Yeah, we get it done. Curve projection screens. We developed a curve. I had somebody contact me about curves. We built curve screens. And then we got this new stuff we're working on, which I'm still, I got to bring some of that down too for test and show it all too. We got a solution we're making that makes cardboard absolutely weatherproof. I've seen it already. Somebody has it too. They already designed it. But we want it. We want our own version of it. So it basically makes cardboard completely weatherproof. So you know what that's for, right? We're actually working on a screen paint for a cardboard projection screen that can be outside. The entire thing is wholly eco-friendly. Everything's eco-friendly. The paint's eco-friendly. The cardboard's eco-friendly. It's all made out of recycled material. It's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah. That's the stuff we think about all day long, doing better things. Where other people, all they think about all day is hatred, 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 hatred. Oh, we got the new vapor lock containers. Whew, man, those things are a joker to get. And we got to figure out, we have to put some paint can openers in there. We have to, because them things are, you're not going at it with your fingers, I'll tell you that much. You're not going at it with your fingers. It's just not going to happen. So the time we put the research into our containers alone. All containers. Not containers with a hole in the side of it where somebody puts a piece of tape over top of it. Yeah, we got that on recording. Literally ordered paint from this guy and it was a hole in the container. You didn't see a hole that big in the container? Mind you, it wasn't being shipped to us. It was a customer who went in and ordered it, so it was being shipped to them. I can see when he ships it to us. He ships us crap all the time, so that's normal. We got that all the time. He ships us weird, crappy stuff. But anyway, this was being shipped to a customer that he didn't know was coming to us, and he shipped it to him with a hole in the container. And he put a piece of tape over it. You really thought that was going to keep the paint in there with a hole in it? Oh, we can use that against you and showing you how crappy you ship out products. So you don't do a good job. Any product that opens up, or we can see, ask for pictures because we can tell if a product was cracked or not. If it was open, we replace all that. We have an amazing replacement policy. Our policy is so amazing, people copy us. We can literally say that people copy our specifications, they copy our shipping policies. We're the only ones who have a snail mail policy. We started that. We're the ones who have the ship back policy where we do the demonstrations. We do all that. We're the only ones with batch number guarantees. They don't even have a guarantee on their own products. How are you going to buy something that has no guarantee attached to it? At least it gives you the option to buy the guarantee, but our guarantees are free. So when people ask us, well, how do I know it works? You see that little number on the side of your container? Go, it matches a video on YouTube of your product being tested before it's shipped out, and they're tested before they're sold. And we can have you ship it back to us, and we can retest it again. How many people can give you that guarantee? There you go. There you go. Hello, food. So they can't give you that guarantee. You know why? Because their stuff is not tested. You can't do a ship back on a product if you don't have your stuff tested. You don't know what's going to happen in the test. Just like the Quasar. Quasar has black versus black demonstrations. There's a color level demonstration. There's black fabric. There's all kinds of stuff we put on the Quasar. They don't have any testing. The Quasar literally has more testing than all their paints combined. Damn, that's a new container. That container costs a little bit of money, but it's worth it. We can afford it because, again, our technology, our company pays for everything. God blesses us to be able to have our orders come in, and we're able to buy newer and better technology because we invest in our company for better products. So that container right there is a pain in the neck to get in. I know, I drive. They're headaches to get in. But the good thing about it is that you don't have to ever worry about a container. Never, ever open it up. Virtually impossible. Not one of them things at the end of the day. And on top of that, we got a vacuum seal system that goes around it, and we hit it with a heat gun and seals it in extra tight. So yeah, there's something to get into. I'm gonna have to put some kind of paint thing on there or something at the end of the day. Because sometimes we get some customers, I'm not going to say who, because I keep everybody confidential, but we have people that will spill paint out on purpose and say that, oh, it opened up. We can tell by your containers. I want you to know something. When you do stuff like that, just remind yourself that you're trying to rip off a Christian at the end of the day. So you mind yourself how well that's going to go. We're going to know. Can't get anything past the Christian. It's just not going to happen. We serve God. God sees all things. God saw you pour the paint out. We're going to know. So don't do this. Things are good. Gracious. These things do seal pretty good. This is what I'm testing right now. I'm trying to open a pair of scissors. Ah, yeah, here we go. See that right there? That's why we invested the money in them. Whew. Is there an opener for these things? We got to buy openers for them because that was something else to get into. And on top of it, we don't want this up to splatter all over the place. We have to get openers for these things. Let me see. We can get them shipped in overnight or something. Can it be resealed? You got a vapor lock system on it. So basically, that once you seal it, your paint inside, it's going to last even longer. And we have a 5-year shelf life on our product. But with these things, they seal in all the air. So you don't have to worry about any air getting in and destroying your product. So if we ever get a complaint by saying that one of these opened up, no, that's not going to happen, buddy, at all. These things are labeled and slapped with all kinds of stickers that say that it's fragile. We even have it marked at the post office fragile in the packaging that goes inside of it. Make sure the paint can't go anywhere. Even the steel that wraps around it that we hit with the heat gun, it's like second skin. So even if it does get out, which we know it won't, but if it does, it stays within that seal. It can't go anywhere. And then on top of that, there's another bag that goes over top of that, and then the inside of the box has to be lined. In order for you to ship a paint out, you have to have that all done. The post office won't let it go. And then you have to have your information sheet, which I think we have one over here. Got orders over here. Sorry about that. Put them in here. Bum, 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 bum. These are our fragile stickers right there. Make sure they're there. Batch number right there, which you're almost out. I made a lot of this stuff before I left the garage. We're going to be making another 20. Oh, keep in mind that if you feel, we got sometimes that people will say that, well, mine doesn't function right. You keep in mind, we don't make them one at a time. We make them from 5 gallons to 20 gallons, which means if one goes bad, they all go bad. Oh, I forgot about that. Mr. Fernando, I'm going to sue you for $12,000 today in small claims court. You violated a batch number under the Digital 2.0. So we can still get you on a statute of limitations for that because you went on YouTube and did false demonstrations about that product saying it was faulty. And then we can show in the video that your product was poured and came out of a 5-gallon container with everyone else. And a customer by the name of John T came in and did show off that the product was working perfectly fine because he just didn't like what you were saying on camera. So you're going to owe me $12,000 for that one because that's for violating that batch number. The quasars are 1 million. So you figure a way how you're going to back that up in court, how you're going to show a judge how to all the orders that we ordered, and we can go through our PayPal account and show all the orders we got from the 2.0 digital and how many returns we got from them. We didn't get one. You're the only one who made that statement, so you owe me $12,000. And that's an open and shut case, by the way. So he's the first person that's going to get sued on a batch number. And if we find out that you made claims on the quasar, I'm going to sue you for that too today. Like I said, I'm going to be in the courtroom today, so I'm filing all my lawsuits today. All right, let me see. We have to have, is there an opener for that thing? Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want it really, really, really. Let me see what we got here. Let me see. Paint can opener for vapor lock containers. We ain't paying for that one. That's way too much money. We got anything cheaper than that? Ooh, this would definitely work. And they're fun. I like the way they look. This would definitely do it. Let me see. It's a 3-piece setup. We get 3 of them for $7. That ain't bad, to tell you the truth. That's a good price. And contacting being for cheaper. I like these ones that are orange, though. We're going to need these. But that's for a gallon. That's for a gallon. I need for a quart. Let's see, pound for a vapor lock. For 1 quart. We need for 1 quart. I wish you had the adjustable. Oh, that one's adjustable right there. We're paying $11 for one of them. Let me see. 1 quart. Or 32 ounces. 32 ounces, 32 gallons. Oh man, we can get one of those in a bucket. Let me see, 32 ounces. I need 32 ounces. 32 ounces. We definitely have to put some opener in there because man, that's interesting. Is this the same? Is it going to open up the same? Okay. Give me something there. Let me see. See, we need something like that. It has to be able to grip the top at the same time and open. Because that is going to be a headache to get into. And none of these are going to work to get into one of those things. Okay. Okay, paint can opener for 30-ounce vapor lock container. We just got the gallons. How the frick we getting in these babies? I like them. I'm keeping them. Just going to have to figure exactly how. That's for 5 gallons. See, it's made to fit that 5 gallons. You need something designed to fit a quart, to do a quart. That would actually work. These would definitely actually work. Yeah, this would work. This is perfect. This would definitely do it. What do you want for these? What else I got on here too? Automatic. So the money we put in at the end of the day, we pay for all this. Pay extra money so you can get a container open. Spend money for lock containers. Spend money for shipping. Spend money for packaging. Everything to make sure that all your products are protected. I even pay extra for insurance. Everything. I treat my customers like I want to be treated, not sending you some container with a hole in the side of it with paint leaking all over the place. I was disgusted when I saw that. One piece of tape. And remember, I don't say things without backing it up. So we back up everything we say. Because again, I know about that because I'm suing somebody for doing something, doing the same thing by running their mouths. We back up everything we say. Well, you think they cancel out when we come around? Everybody cancels out when they come around. They know we back it up. They know what we're about. Even the certified companies know who we are. They know who I am. They don't know them. Oh, I like how that falls in. I forgot we did it that way. They don't have no 800 numbers. They got nothing at all, period. Shipping policies are poor. Their business is not even legit. No DBA, no HME. You got an EIN? They got none of those whatsoever. I got business licenses I'd already applied for. Multiple licenses that allow me to be able to get permits for anything that I want. I can show up at any fair, any event, any trade show, all that stuff. Because I was doing all my paperwork. I love paperwork. Let me see. Look at this. This right here under the Digital One. This is under the Black Series, not Crystal Edge. This is a challenge. The grid is a challenge. The grid is a challenge to everybody, not to just two people. It's a challenge to everybody. Look at that. This is the kind of stuff we do. That's our gunmetal technology. I can't wait for that new gunmetal we got. It is going to be a beast. That gunmetal is going to be beautiful. Massive amount of pictures, demonstrations. This is the grid. This is what we call, this is the biggest grid. It ain't even done yet. This is the biggest grid on anything you could possibly think of when it comes to outdoor projection setups. This is a challenge to complete the entire grid. When you do your demonstrations, you're going to be outside. Ultra short though. Ultimate GT 5500, we beat their promo demonstration. They don't have no demonstrations on the Optima GT55 doing that. At 140 inches, that projector is only supposed to do 100 inches. We got it at 140 inches outside. Forget the windows and doors. Demonstrations in the snow. Demonstrations in the rain. And we froze screens into block of ices and broke them up, heated them up, beat them with hammers, all kinds of stuff. Come on, y'all not even close to being on our level of technology. Dual 150-inch screens, inflatable projection screens. Than everything you could possibly think of outside. 1,000 lumen projector outside versus a white screen. Showing you exactly how much of our technology will pull through over a white screen at 1,000 lumens. 1,100 lumen challenge, which has never been done. Brennan, this is one of the multiple challenges that we put out for people to be able to match our technology. They can't do it. Demonstration at around 6 o'clock in the evening. Watching this spectacle made 250-inch screens. Yeah, you come on, you got to get it together. Mr. Bird is getting restless. This is when it's going to get the most publicity. We still make money off the 8s. People, our old videos, I literally don't have to make any videos. We got over 10,000 videos on our YouTube account. This right here brings us a lot of money right here alone. And the reason why is because people see this demonstration being fired up outside on the Star Wars. We got people that will contact us on the 8 technology and we go, oh, we're way beyond the 8 now. And we're showing what we're doing now. Like, oh, they'll go pick it up. 250-inch challenge. They haven't done that yet. So how do you know how that screen's going to display at a massive 250 inches if they haven't done it yet? So there you go. We have more. We have more. Here come more. Bam! This is called the ice block. This is the screen that we froze into a block of ice. Anything I say, I can bring it up. We done it. And then they get mad at us. Oh, but he's, it ain't bragging at the end of the day. Did the work. You do the work too. Get the work. Screens out in the daytime. Look at that. Screens out in the rain. You don't want to complain to me at the end of the day and cry at me because I do my work at the end of the day. That's like the smartest kid in the school. Okay, yeah, he get the A's every single time when we take a test. What, you mad at him? You jealous at him? You gonna be angry with him because he works hard to work every day to basically get those A's, to get those grades? You got people like that. They'll sit there and get bitter and mad because somebody else's success and get mad at them at the end of the day because they worked hard. That shows you at the end of the day how lazy they are. Oh, outside in the daytime again. Outside in the daytime again. That's why I say when I see people doing them ambient light controlled environments, and they say, "Look, we got a window or door open." Really? Honestly, a door? That's it? And a window? I'm gonna expand my grid. Oh yeah, I forgot. We can't expand the grid. We're missing stuff on here. We literally have to expand this thing. And then we got the gunmetal technology. So the gunmetal technology, the new one we're working on. That technology alone is going to be way more powerful than what you have with the gunmetal today. It's even more powerful than the 39 Black Widow. It's going to be more powerful than that. Because I figure, why not? Let's go over here. Oh, we got I got to pick up a couple of junky projectors. I forgot to do that. I got to pick up some trashy projectors. We got to get some unnamed brand projectors because we need to do some demonstrations of those. Because, man, every time I talk to somebody, they say, well, I got the Jimmy Neutron projector. There's no Jimmy Neutron, I'm just saying it. They'll say a projector, and I'm like, no, we do not support knockoffs. We literally have it littered all over the website that we don't support those machines. They're not going to work on our screen paint products at all, period. The blacklist. Now, if you notice, the blacklist started off with projectors. We're going to put more projectors on this, but we're going to change it to something called trash projectors, which we're working on next. We're going to pick up some crappy projectors that claim to have all this power capability, and we're going to test them, see if they work on site. See if these things actually work. Yeah, this is this guy at the end of the day. I'm taking this company to court, by the way. Yep. And I find I can sue him, too, on top of that. I'm going to sue you, Mr. Fernando, and your company, and the other one, too, in that range game. I'm suing you. Because that stuff, look at this. How are we going to sit there and tell people it's got a yellowish tone? Does that look like a yellowish tone to you? I can't wait to get him in court and watch him paint that screen in front of a judge and try to convince them that that's a yellowish tone. Good luck with that nonsense at the end of the day. It doesn't match in any way whatsoever. Are you kidding me? Look at that. That's awful. You should never have look at even the box matched. Even the box matched. This is consumer fraud. The box looks actually better than the screen, which I just noticed that. The box is putting up a much better color than the screen. Look at that. Oh, I didn't notice that. The box literally pulls up a much better color. But yeah, at the end of the day, you can't rip off customers, man. You gotta test your stuff. There's no way in the world you should be coming that close to a house paint. Shouldn't be happening. Where is it at? This is it right here. This is the unboxing. This is where he lost his claim to at PayPal because PayPal came and said, nope, buddy. Not going to happen. This came from a customer. So a customer ordered this for us. Address here. You see all that paint? Now I'm trying to figure out where is the paint coming from? Where is that much paint coming from? It was a package crushed? No, the package wasn't showing any damage. There's no cracks in the containers. There's nothing. That's a lot of paint that leaked out at a rapid time. So it must not have been taped up. When you tape them up really good, even if some of the paint gets out, and not all of it's coming out, it's impossible. Not all of it. It has to be something in there huge. It has to be a huge, massive crack to do it. And those containers over there, good luck trying to crack one of those over the end of the day. Smack that thing with a hammer. That hammer might be coming back at you. So I'm looking at it, and he had one piece of tape. That's it, one piece of tape. That's all. It wasn't taped around the top. It wasn't taped this way. It was just taped across. Man, that's freaking lazy. I just don't like when people don't do their jobs right. You don't do your job right, don't do it at all. Look at that. That's all the tape he put on that. That's it. And it had a hole right in there. And that wouldn't have covered. You can see that gap right in there. Of course you're going to see the gap. The minute you tape it over, this gap's going to leave this open right here because it's a higher piece right here. It ain't even pressing. Oh, forget it. My goodness. Jeez. Just laziness, man. Just laziness. There's a hole right there. Right at the top. So he took a container. And mind, it wasn't coming to us because he does dirty stuff to us all the time like that. It wasn't coming. It was coming to a customer that he didn't even know. She ordered it for us and sent it to us. So he didn't know it was coming to us. That's where the letter comes in, people. That's where he sends us a letter to buy whatever we wanted because we had somebody come in and get it for us because we ordered from him. He canceled on us all the time. He constantly cancels orders all the time. So I said, okay, let's get somebody else to get it for us. And we did. We got this nice lady. She went in. She ordered. She got the first one that came in. This was a Metallica Mix 2.0, which, by the way, matched Network Grade 773, which he doesn't talk about that. And we also were going back to get the Cinemax. But he figured out who she was, cursed her out. Yeah, he cursed her out and went in and canceled the order. Does that sound like somebody who's selling products that actually work? No, that sounds so scammy. It's not even funny. So anyway, after he canceled the order, it was too late. This one was already here. We already had it, and she was going to get the other one for us. And that's why he sent us an email telling us, hey, look, no use going through all the nonsense. Buy whatever you want. That's what triggered off the email. And what happened? We went in and we bought whatever we wanted, and he canceled every single order, including cursing us out on all the orders. There you go. So, yeah, this is what we're going to show the courts, that how sloppy his business is. Now, not only that, your LLC, which we're going to show the courts when we take your company to court, that you committed treason on your LLC because your business has been around longer than 5 months, which you stated on your documents, because we have receipts and orders from you that date back farther than your LLC, showing that clearly your company was around much longer than that when you lied on those documents. We also contacted the lawyer at LegalZoom to inform him about what's about to happen. So he knows that the LLC that you basically applied for is fraud. And this is the kind of stuff he does to his customers. Like the customer's screen who washed out, all the other dumb stuff he does at the end of the day, stuff matching house paint. And look at this. Clearly a huge crack. That's a huge crack in the container. Now, instead of him going out and getting a whole new container or a top or something, he decides to just take a piece of tape it over the side, and that way it'll be good right there. It's not going to leak out. You're a rip-off artist, man. You don't do things properly. And meanwhile, I spend money for containers like that to make sure my customers are taken care of. So when I saw the hole in the top, I was like, "Sheesh, are you kidding me?"
You're correct right there.
Look at the size of that hole. It's huge.
We've had these.
That hole is huge. I mean, literally shipped it out that way.
So.
That is pretty bad. And like I said, he does dirty stuff like that to us all the time. But he didn't know it was coming to us. He didn't know it was coming to us at all. He shipped it out to a customer like that. Huge, massive hole. But it was enough in there for us to do what we had to do. Look at the size of that hole. And that one little piece of tape over top of it, that was it. Now, that container leaked. Of course it leaked. It had a big hole in it. And a little piece of tape over top of it. that he thought for some reason was going to work. And he put it not in a box, he put it in a mailer. If you're going to put it in a mailer, those things had to be taped up well. And we stopped using mailers altogether. We don't touch them anymore. The only thing we use now is all boxes now. So he shipped it in a mailer. And when he shipped it in a mailer, of course, that tape, somebody could have hit that container, something on top of it. It had no fragile stickers, had nothing on it, and it could have caused it to buckle and basically push air out through that hole and basically remove that tape. And again, there you go. Sent that to a customer just like that with a hole that big in the container. Now look at the color of it. When we painted this down, that is black and white paint. Definitely, there's nothing special about that. That's everyday black and white paint. That's all it is. Made it ourselves. We literally made that stuff ourselves by using his ingredients for the network grade 773. We even tested it. Same product we got from the customer right there on network grade 773. It matched. The Cinemax matched. The Personal Mist matched. They all matched. The same thing. We made it ourselves by using his own mixture. He shows you how to make for free. 2 tablespoons into gray paint or white paint. And we made it ourselves right here in a demonstration, and it matched again.
But man, there's so much to talk about when it's
So you're getting ripped off. This is what we're gonna have in court to show that you've been ripping people off for years, and you've been lying to them using high-powered projectors, dark environments to manipulate and steal from your customers to show them that your product is actually producing these 4K colors and all this stuff at the end, when it's really not doing any of that at all. You're just basically selling just black and white paint, and this is what he's going to have to fight in court, along with a couple of other things too, when we challenge this company in court. But these videos are going to be brought up in court, and I'll make these gladly. I know these ingredients by heart. I'll make them gladly in court. As a matter of fact, the black and white mixture, he's going to have to show that in court. He's going to have to prove that it doesn't match at all, and that's going to be a huge problem. It has to be a difference between night and day. You're showing the customer that they're getting significant heavy change, not something that's a little hiccup. No, they don't want to see that. They want to see massive change, like the difference between this remote control and that white sheet of paper. They want to see that kind of change. Other than that, they're going to say there's no real change there at all, period, to tell you the truth. Honestly, like I can't tell the difference. He's done if that judge says that. This is the UV mix. We made that too also with a reversal. We used the same thing as a black and white mixture, but we reversed it. We just started off with black paint and put in 6 tablespoons of white paint, and we got the UV. And guess what? The Frankenstein is only, Frankenstein is 5 instead of 6. So that's how we figured out how the Frankenstein was made. And this is not something where we had to go in and basically figure it out. No, we just used his own tutorial video how to do it. And there's the results right there. The big screens are the paints we made, and the smaller ones are the ones we purchased from him. They look exactly the same.
Black and white paint, because I'm looking at it,
Nothing. The same thing. So that's what he has to prove in court. Not only that, the paint matching the house paint, he's going to have to prove that he did remove it off the website right away the minute he found out. It's a lot of things he's going to have to go through. But look at that. There you go. You make it yourself. And that's why when he sits there and says, well, you know, his product, you know, look, we gave you permission to make the product, right? So if I gave you permission to make the product, then that means you couldn't make it, then guess what? You can't make my product at all, period. Because we gave him permission to do it, and that's going to be used against you in court. We gave you the permission to make it, and you couldn't do it. And we can make your stuff easy. That's not hard to do. Your stuff is house paint. That's all it is. It's just black and white paint. There's nothing special about it. It's black and white paint.
Now, we already seen the demonstration of the network grade 773 matching.
You know, it's the same thing. That's why we asked him to do the microblend slip silver. We tested it. It matched. We are the ones that told him to do the bare silver screen. We tested it. It matched. He did it himself. It matched also too. Any of the videos posted directly to his website so you can see the comparison? No. Where are the videos at? He deleted the videos. So why would you delete a video that's supposed to be backing up the proof of your product actually working? Why would you get rid of it? There you go. Because you want to hide stuff at the end of the day. You don't want people to know. Because you know that if anyone saw that video, they wouldn't buy your product. They would just go out and make it themselves. That's why when I sit there and tell you that he used to give away products for free, if he ever gets on YouTube and says, no, I never gave away products, I've always sold my products, you're a liar. Because you know why? This video right here proves you're a liar. Because this was right around the time when he was making these videos. There were a bunch of them. He got rid of all of them. But right around the time when he was making free screen paint products for free for his customers, and he was getting mad at everybody else because he said everybody was ripping them off because they were selling them. They were all rip-off artists. Now he's selling the product when he used to give them away for free. Did you know that? Yeah. That's why I told you. We met Fernando. When the judge asked us how do we meet him, he came on our YouTube channel and he wanted us to give him the ingredients on how our products were made. He wanted us to share our ingredients and we told him no. And he became mad about it. And at that time, he gave away his products for free. Now, Fernando, if you sit there and say, oh, I never gave my products away for free, then who in their right mind shows you how to make a screen paint product for free and then sell it to you? Who does that? Which means you were giving them away for free at one point. But you turned around and you started selling the very same screen paint you gave away for free because there's nothing special about it. There's nothing special about your products. You are selling free paint. That's what you're doing. Now I can see if you went in and you designed something completely different than the free paint you were giving out. That's interesting. That's definitely what you should have did. But you didn't do that. You went out and you basically took the same free paint that you were giving away for free and then turned around and put a new spin on it, as they say, taking the wagon and painting it a different color and selling it to the same person again. And you try to make it seem like it was something that it wasn't, when it was actually the same paint the entire time. That's called fraud. So, with that being said, if you ever sit there, when we sit there in court and you say out of your mouth and say, well, hey, look, he's lying. I always sold my products. Who in the right mind shows you how to make it for free and then basically comes along and then just selling the product? And the videos are still there. So the reason why he couldn't get his hands on this video, because it was dubbed, it was copied. Someone sent it to us. Now he had a whole bunch of these things floating around. This video was floating around for a while when he was selling the paint. It was floating around. He probably thought no one would catch on. No one would catch on to find this video. But it was floating around in his account for a bit and on YouTube. And someone sent us, say, hey, did you see this yet? And I'm like, what the freak? And I said, why is he selling paint when he used to give away for free? And that's why we made a copy of it. That's why you can't find it. You can't find it anywhere but through us, and other people have gone to our account and copied it for themselves to show other people. Because he got rid of those videos. There were a bunch of them. And he deleted every single one of them. Now, to sit there and say that, does he delete videos? Yeah, he did one live in stream. He got caught doing the same thing with the Network Race 773. There, right there, that's the bare silver screen. That's another video that went missing. That's gone off his account. I literally sat there and said, recording a copy, because we knew the video was going to go missing. He matched the bare silver screen. And this one, look, identical match. And it was so bold, he literally walked out of a Home Depot around the corner from his apartment, where he went in and bought it at. Continue to lie to his customers. And you know what's interesting about this too? He ripped you off twice because he's done this video before. Now watch here. I'm going to pause it right there. And we'll go over to this video here, which is the new one, Network Grade 773, where he matched. And this one's even worse because it has him in the video, which is going to be shown in court. Now what's going to be shown in court about this was when he found out. They're going to ask him, when you found out that your products were matching house paint, how soon did you go in and remove them off your website? Or did you continue to sell them? This is the question he needs to answer. How soon did you realize? Which means that when he paints it up in the courtroom, or he shows an example between the two, he's going to have to show a significant between night and day. Now, Fernando, I already know what goes on your head. If you're automatically thinking about tampering with your own product so it doesn't look anything like network grade 773, we got somebody that's going to order your product ahead of time. You won't know when they're going to get it, but they're going to get it. We're not going to tell you when, but it'll be just in time to get everything done, unless you're going to close down your marketplace completely. But we got a few people who have your product that will send it to us, or we'll basically get one from your company. Well, we can't call it a company. Your whatever, sealed. So you can't go in and do that at the end of the day. And then we have pictures of the previous unboxing of your product that if the color changes in any way, we can prove and show that you tampered. And the last thing you want to do is be shown in court tampering with your own product to basically get around something, because this is going to get you more serious jail time. Because we know he does dirty stuff like that. But anyway, let's go over here, because we have the paint down if you're painting down the screen. And we have the color of your screen. So we go in here, and I want you to look at this. Now, you see that right there? And you see that right there? You wonder why the apple is so faded. It's interesting because I think that's not on a 4K projector, but this one is on a 4K. This is on a tri-laser projector. Look how faded and washed out that looks. But just to show you that he's done this before to you. He did this with the bare silver screen, and then he turned around and did it again to you with the Cinemax. He's been doing this to you for a long time and ripping you off. And they all match. They all match. Let me see what we have here. Benefits of a gray screen versus a white screen. It matched in the demonstration. Another video going missing. This is a demonstration. You committed fraud against my company. This will be going to court against you. Let me see what we have here. Solid 5, you're coming up next when we get done with him, because you've done a lot of stuff too. This is the post office mail fraud. And also too with Frankenstein, their company, the Illustrated Trademark Art, contacting them and letting them know that we're taking him to court for basically violating us, but also too let them know that they were also violated, that he made money off their name. And we have a container with the word Frankenstein on it, his logo best of the best all over it, and his name on the container, everything dated, stamped, the whole 9 yards. And also involves post office fraud charges. These are cases by PayPal. Yeah, it goes on and on and on. Lied in this demonstration. They claimed that the product was not ambient light rejection, and then went in and manipulated the video, brought the video back, changed the title of it to not. But we have the original video that says it is. And in the video, he clearly stated at 143 that is ambient light rejection. But figure that you're so stupid that you wouldn't figure it out. You would never hear it because he changed the title. He treats his customers like idiots. He does. I hate to say it. He treats his. That's why I can't understand. And that's why none of his customers come up and vouch for him, because they all feel stupid. He ripped them off on screen paint. That's why we don't see him in forum sites. Jamie, we don't see any of your customers nowhere vouching for your stuff because they're embarrassed. Pretty sure they painted over those walls with something by now. They're embarrassed. They know they saw you match house paint. Everybody saw you match house paint. So, here you go. Deleted this video. In the middle of a live stream. That's the title of the video. Crow Cinemax Mix versus a Network Grade 773. And at the time it was a 38. Now he went back in and bought this video. Right after he deleted it off his account, he went back in and brought back the video and stated that it has a yellowish tone now. He changed it to that. So we're going to show all that in the courts, how you are bringing videos back and changing them to just continue to manipulate your customers. Can't do that kind of stuff, man. This is the reason why we're pushing for batch numbers. This is why batch numbers must be done. This is why. Customers appreciate, they want the batch numbers. Consumers and not consumers, but people that are selling good products, and they support the batch number. People who are ripping people off and stealing from them, they don't want the batch number because they can't rip somebody off with a batch number. They can't do it. And that means in order for you to do a batch number, your product has to be tested, which means you can't just make a product, stick it in the dark, hit it with a high power projector and go, oh, look, it works. It works with 4K, it works with... No, you can't do that at all, period. Because if your product did work with 4K, the customer who had the 4K projector showing the soccer game wouldn't have washed out. He had a 4K projector in that demonstration, and it didn't work. It only works, Jamie, if it's in your environment. That's when it works. That's when you can have it in a really dark environment. Your environment is designed to be a smoke screen circuit show. That's what it's designed to do. Keep it in a dark environment, open up doors, manipulate the environment, all that stuff to give off this false illusion that basically your product actually does work. And this is what I'm taking you to court for. I'm taking your company to court, and I'm taking you yourself to court. Because you lied in demonstrations, you manipulated and ripped off the community, and you basically abused your PayPal account, you abused your website, and show all that, how you went in and doxed addresses to your website, how you abused the Wix platform, just how you just carried on and acted up very unprofessional throughout the entire ordeal. And then what we went through with ordering from you, the cursing us out of receipts, and just all kinds of crazy stuff we went through with this guy. So everything is being brought to court for those particular two reasons right there. So we'll have all that done today. I got to get done here. I got my ink coming in from my printer. I got to print out all these pictures and stuff if I'm doing all this weird stuff and send that over too. On top of that, so we get those lawsuits started. So yeah, when I told you to delete stuff off his account, yeah, he does. He deletes stuff off his account and goes and lies to his customers. He tried to throw us off to keep us from suing him. And I guess there's some couple other people looking for him too by saying that he moved. You know how bold you got to be to get on camera and make a statement like that, to sit there and say, hey, I moved. Moving is such a pain. You know how much of a liar you have to be to do that? That man sat there on his bed. He went there. He was in the same place the entire time. And he sat there on his bed and moved things around, set up a camera, and lied right there to his customers' faces, everybody on YouTube, and sat there and said, I had moved. Moving is such a pain. Sorry I can't show you the other rooms. It's just boxes and stuff all over the place. If a person's going to lie about something like that, they're going to lie about anything. Anything at the end of the day. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. And he got busted. You know who busted him? We did. We busted him. It's kind of like we're the police of projection screen technology. That's what it feels like sometimes. We have to go in and we have to be on top of these guys 24/7 to keep them from doing dirty stuff to other people. He literally sat there and lied on camera and said he moved. If I tell you that I moved somewhere, I left. I moved. I'm not sit there and lie about it. At the end of the day. Yeah, he wants my real address. So where, you can stalk me, you weirdo? Because he's a weird dude. The guy takes pictures of my butt. All right? I got a bunch of pictures of him taking pictures of my butt. So I filed another charge on you for sexual assault. For taking pictures of my butt. I watch guys paint all day long. I like to watch paint videos of people painting walls. It can be anything. It has nothing to do with screens. Just watch people paint. And these guys show butt crack all day long. You think I'm taking pictures of their butt? No, that's disgusting. Why would I do that? Parents, workmen, all that, they all show butt crack. All of them do it. You know, sitting there taking a picture of that? No, but you took a picture of that? That's creepy. And not one, multiple pictures. And what's even more weird, what pictures do you think he has in his phone that no one knows about? That's the creepy stuff right there. So, you know, when guys are sitting there painting in a YouTube video and they're showing some butt crack, they're not sitting there saying, oh, I got some weirdo probably watching the crack of my butt. They're not even thinking about that. That's what painters have. They show butt crack. As a matter of fact, it's a joke about the whole thing about painters and butt crack, workers and butt crack, plumbers and butt crack. It's a joke. Everybody laughs about it. It's a butt. That's what it is. A butt. Nothing perverted about it. It's a butt. But this weirdo at the end of the day took specific pictures of me in that pose and did weird stuff. So because of that, I filed some charges against you, and those involve sexual crimes, which means you have to file as a sex offender. Yes, you do. Because you went on and posted my butt, not the rest of my body, just my butt, all over YouTube. You're weird. Even doctored and altered pictures. There you go. So good luck with that one, being a sex offender. Yeah, creepy guy. He is creepy, creepy, creepy. Anybody I know. Right now, people don't want you knowing their address. Ain't nobody going to send over some their credit card or debit card. No one's going to touch you at all. You just self-destructed. The minute you start doxing people's addresses to a website, no one's going to touch you at all. I sat there and said on camera, he destroyed himself right there. If you had any customers left, they're gone. You don't use your website. This is your business. This is your site right here. You don't use your website to dox people's addresses on here. Everything we have on the blacklist shows the crimes that you've committed, the frauds you commit, exposes you for what you are. And everything we have on here, we can use against you in court. You can't sit there and say that anything that we have on the blacklist slanders you. You can't say anything on here that's not true. All these videos we have on here show you actually committing crimes. So knock yourself out on that one. But anyway, yeah, when he doxed the address on his, he got mad and upset that his emotions get the best of him, and he got on YouTube. We're on YouTube doing a stream, and we go to his website. We go to his website to show you that the same stuff that he got caught matching, he's still selling this stuff on his website. Which again, we're going to show the courts that he continues to still sell these products, as long as being that they're matching house paint. He's going to convince a judge that his product doesn't match house paint, which we know he's not going to be able to do at all, period. If he could, he would have had the videos attached to his website for you to make the decision, but he doesn't. So with that being said, he can't prove that to a judge. So with that being said, they're going to ask him, how long have you still been selling these products, long after you found out the discovery that your products were matching house paint? Did you warn your customer? Did you tell them? Did you refund any money? Did you redesign the product? And we can honestly, no, Your Honor, they haven't, because we've gone in multiple times to his website, and we've shown in YouTube streams where he was actually still selling the product and still ripping off his customers. And in the process of us going and doing this, we were shown pornography off his website where he's very unprofessional. He was cursing us out multiple times. He was ranting. He was doxing my sister's address. He was doxing over the people that own the garage unit we were at. He was doxing their house. He was doxing our old place, our apartment over on Union Street. He was doing that directly off his website. That's another charge right there by itself. And she's going to sit there and tell you, that's another charge. It's going to be another charge added to him. Even though we have it already in there, we already filed a charge for that. So you have to understand, Mr. Fernando, how the business world works. All right? You can hate me all you want. But at the end of the day, people expect for you to be professional. If you take my address and you stick it up there, that doesn't hurt me. It hurts you at the end of the day. That's what it hurts. Because people see that and go, gee whiz, if he ever gets upset with me, who's to say he might not take my personal information, my address, and put it up there too? Because when people buy from you, they're sending over their credit card information, they're sending over their address, they're sending over very sensitive information. And it's you, as a businessman, to keep your emotions at home, bring your business face to the business, and you don't do that kind of nonsense to anybody. Even if you can't stand the person, you don't do that. Now, again, if you sit there and say off the top of your head, well, you've done my address, buddy, again, stop with the Karens. Stop with the Karen nonsense. Your address is public domain, because when you designed your LLC, you made it so everybody can find you. So with that being said, no one's doxing you. People can post your address all day long, and you can't do anything about it because you made your address known. Can't do anything about that. Just like you can't get mad about people making your screen paints out of black and white paint. Can't get a copyright for it. You can't get a patent for it. You can't get anything for it because it's free. You show people how to make it. You can't get mad about anybody making it your own product because they can do it themselves. There's no difference. You haven't shown any videos showing there's a difference between the two. I haven't seen anything. No one else has seen anything. So it is what it is. But when it comes down to your address, no one's doxing your address. Your address is right there. I can type your address up right now if I want to. It's right there. Anybody can find it. Just pretty much just go to LLC California search right here. LLC California search. Click on that. Right there. Where it states. You have it right there for everybody to find. Right here where it says online business. Click on this right here. Come to this page right here. California Secretary of State. That's it. Type in your company's name. You put it in there, right? This is what you put in when you applied for the LLC. Oh, I forgot. We got to start off with crows. So put down, let me see. Now you notice that anything that pops up with the word crow on it, anything, basically ties you. Any crimes or anything you committed, you got crow written on this, whatever, it'll tie you to that. And I don't know why you use the Cinemax to begin with, because that's a product you're going to be caught committing fraud in. Cinemax Mix LLC, which he doesn't have, but you put in there anyway, and this is what it brings up. At the bottom, there is your information right there. Let's go click on here. See right here, it says right here at the bottom. Ugh. Keep bumping that keyboard over there. Limit liability, California. There you go right there. Click on that. And it shows right there. You're missing a document. This is called a statement due date. Now, a statement due date is a very sensitive document that's required. It's needed. In California, they're required for statement due dates. Any other state doesn't require this. So if he doesn't have this document, he's in a lot of trouble. See that big old punctuation mark over top of it? Yeah, it's urgent. He has to have this document. Because now, not only is he dealing with us or any other agency, but he's dealing with them now. And they're basically sending letters to his house or apartment telling them, hey, look, we need this document. And if they don't get it, he's going to have to go before a panel. Yeah, he's going to go to court. And this involves the government. Because he lied on the document. Now, can he give him the information? No. You know why? Because he lied on the document. He said his company was around for 5 months. It wasn't around for 5 months. It was around a lot longer than that. And that's what they're going to figure out when they start putting 2 and 2 together. And that's why he's going to go before a panel. He's going to be prosecuted. And he's going to jail for committing perjury. That's what's waiting for him. So, there you are. There's your address right there. Got down to apartment E. That's your apartment. That's not doxing your address. It's right there on the California Secretary of State. This is right here what they do for searches for businesses. That's what you put down. So you can't go rant and scream at people at the end of the day saying, oh, they doxed my address. You go to court and the judge will look at you like you have lost your mind. They're like, Mr. Fernando, are you drunk in my courtroom? What is wrong with you? That's like you putting your address up on a billboard and you're going to scream and yell at people for basically contacting you and say, how'd you get my address at the end of the day? You're doxing me. Really? Okay. Oh, we didn't know about that. That's the agencies involved. We got to contact them. Now, if I go to the top, see right there? That's your certification. I can click on that. This is access denied. Maybe we can't go through there. There's another area we got to go through. Here we go. There we go. The right place right there. And you go over here where it says initial filing. This is initial filing right here. You hit download right there. It'll come up on this section over here. And there's your document right there. That's his application right there. Shows a filing number. This is what we're taking over to the courts. That's your address, everything on it. Now this is attached to your landlord's property because you're in an apartment. You're not in a house. So if you own the house, yeah, it's on the house. That's what it is. If someone else is renting the house, then guess what? It's on their property. And since you're in an apartment, it's on their property. This is received at around 5:49. Okay? So bottom line is your LLC sits on his property because it's not yours. You rent there. It's not your property. You should have attached it to your website, which we did. That's what we did on our LLCs. Because they're not attached to anything, they're attached to the website. Why would I have it? If I had a brick and mortar, it'd be attached to the brick and mortar. We have a brick and mortar. But he didn't know what he was doing. So basically, when it says initial address right here, because you have a business address now, because that's what you have it down, initial street address brings up your address right there. And right here for the LLC, this is mailing address, and this right here is service address. Let me see right here. This here we go. Principal address right here. Initial street address. Principal address. Office of LLC right here. Comes up with your name right there, and at the bottom your apartment again. See? So you can't get mad at people and say that they're going in and they're doxing your address, because no one's doxing your address. You put it up there for free for people to find you. And that's the lawyer we had to reach out to let them know that your document is incorrect, that your document is not 5 years. Your document, I'm sorry, 5 months. Your document's a lot longer than that. That's why he's missing those documents. So you can't go around getting mad at people and making these statements to people. Now, if I come here and I copy and paste your number right here, okay, just to make sure that every time he puts down 5 months, what's going to happen as time goes by, it's going to change to 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. It starts to count off. So what we did is we documented the 5 months. So that way, no matter how many times it changes, we have the documentation of 5 months. So all you would have to do is just copy that. This is what they would have to do. Go into Google, and they would basically put in your number right here, and this would show that we got your recording. We got the recording on your document at 5 months, which you initially set up for, which you'll see it anyway on their end. Bam, there you go. There's research we did on him and found out he committed perjury against his own company. All right there. All your serial numbers are right there. So that's all you do is punch in, you pop up everywhere. We got you. Told you can't go nowhere, man. We got you. We got you. Get ready for court, Mr. Fernando. You're going to court. It's 8 o'clock, 8:14. I'm leaving out the door. I'm going over to the courthouse. You can start the process. See, right there. It says 5 months. 5 months. This is what he put down for his company's age. He filed it in May of 2023, and he put down company's age 5 months. You know that's a lie. Company's around longer than 5 months. All right. My first lawsuit, I'm going to file the defamations for using my face without my permission. Because you had no business using my face. I didn't give you permission to use my face. And since you felt the need to slander and carry, yeah, let's see. I'm going to definitely send days out of you. Yeah, let's begin the process. I know for the letter, the stuff you were sending over here on my business account, I got all that information from Grasshopper, and their documents were sent over to it already, and you're being charged with that today. Where is that anyway? That's where you were calling me up and saying weird stuff about living in storage containers and having intercourse with my cat and stuff like that. So this is going out today. We'll get this set up. File criminal charges on you first for cyber stalking, cyber harassment, and everything else. And then after that, I'm going to take this over to the FBI. And Mr. What's his name? McAfee, your stuff is going to the FBI today. Where's the documents for that, too? I need that. Tell me to go get that out of the way. Work on it, too. So, Mr. Williams, you also, too, are going to be filed today. Get all you guys taken care of. Because again, as I said before, I got a lot to do. I do. Got a lot of technology I'm working on, a lot of things to do, and I really don't have time for people who have nothing better to do with their time than basically try to make trouble and try to carry on and act up. So you gentlemen need a slice of reality. You need to have police officers at your door. You need to have handcuffs on. You need to be before a judge so you can understand how the real world functions and works and how you don't do things like that to begin with. So the only way you can learn is you have to get this ball started, right? I'm going to pop over here to the post office and start filing these mail fraud charges and everything else. Oh, wait a minute, real quick. I'm just real quick. And I have technology to work on. You guys are dirty. Use somebody else's business at the end of the day to commit a crime. Somebody has nothing to do with this at all. Someone's minding their own business with their own company, and you decide to take their business and use it as your own. Signed his name to it too. Literally signed his name to it. This is McAfee. Signed his name right over the top. You're going to jail for a long time, man. And they're going to file charges against you too on top of that. And they're Ohio. Yep, you're in Flushington, Ohio. Like I said, population 800. That's not going to be hard to find you. So, good luck on all that. Well, no, forget, I don't wish you any good luck at all, period. Can't get mad about it. What do you get mad about? You prosecute, you basically try to destroy my business, and I'm going out and I'm basically filing criminal charges against you. I'm taking to court, I'm suing you for everything you have done. You want to go on YouTube, you want to cry about that too? About how you feel that you shouldn't be prosecuted for basically the actions that you have committed? That's what you want to cry about right now? Save your tears for court. You don't need it. Save them for court. You're definitely going to need them. If you had sat back, mind your own business, stayed in your own backyard, you wouldn't be in a situation to begin with. Mr. Fernando, because you triggered all this, mind you, you're going to get hit with the most of it. I'm curious to see who's going to sit there and snitch on who first. Who's going to point the finger at who did the most? That's what it's going to come. They all did something. Well, who's going to point the finger who did the most? Who should get the bigger part of the blame? That's what it's going to come down to. The blame game is going to start. You're going to hear it. I see the arguing and the fighting back and forth. You're going to see it. And on top of that, we got that crowcast. If you guys decide to say, hey, we don't even know each other, I don't know him that well. No, not true. We have a couple of documents taping up crowcast. These guys know each other so well. They know each other's families. You can hear them conversation about each other's families. So you all know each other. So that's a conspiracy charge. That's conspiracy against my company. Conspiracy charges against someone's company. And this carries heavy weight. We can show that all three of you were in the crowcast, and you do know Mr. Williams, because we have conversations with you, Mr. Williams. We have conversations with Mr. Matthews. Mr. Matthews, we have not forgot about you. I'll be contacting you shortly to let you know that you're getting sued. Let me see. So that involves conspiracy is federal at the end of the day. How much jail time can you receive for committing conspiracy? So this is bad. When I mean, gentlemen, this is very, very bad. So if we basically can prove that you guys all together committed these conspiracy theories against me to try to put my company out of business, you're looking at anywhere between 5, 10, and 20 years mandatory prison sentence. We can prove it with no problem. Just so you know. You know, it's interesting. I'm going to look back on this day, and I am going to say, hey, you remember those guys who basically attacked my company and acted up and all that? Yeah, we're going to look back on that day. You guys are going to be in jail. Now, again, I'm going to give you, forget it, we're done with chances. I'm still waiting for your attorney to contact me. I have not heard anything from no attorneys. No one's ever contacted me, nothing. You know why? Because they talked to attorneys already. I'm pretty sure they have already. And the attorneys told him that if anything that that man's saying out of his mouth, if he has proof of any of this, you're going to jail and you're getting sued. That's why no attorney has contacted me. If someone's making false accusations about you at the end of the day, and you can't back this up, right? Attorney's going to reach out to you. He's not going to email. He's going to call you. We have an 800 number. He can reach my 800 number anytime he wants to. I requested them to have an attorney reach out to me so I can talk to him. Nothing at all, period. Not a thing. Gentlemen, you don't have to worry about my attorney reaching out to you. We have the evidence. We don't need to talk to you. I'll see you in court. I don't need to have an attorney contact you. For what? I'll see you in court. That's how that goes. But you need an attorney to reach out to me because I'm the one that's filing the charges against you. You're not filing against me at all, period. So what you need to do is have an attorney contact me, but you can't, because if you have an attorney contact me, you're going to have to tell him the whole truth, because if you don't, we will. Can't go in there and lie to him and say, well, we didn't really do this, I didn't do that. You can't tell him that. He's going to find out. The first thing he's going to do before walking into a courtroom, because he's not stupid, he's going to do the research. He's going to look around and see if the copyrights are legit. He's going to look around and see if there's any proof that anything that you said to him that maybe may not be true, may not be true. He's going to look all that up, and he's going to come back and ask you, hey, how come you didn't tell me about this, and how come you didn't tell me about that? I can get in trouble if I go into that courtroom and I'm not prepared and find out that we don't know certain things. They don't want to look like a bonehead in a courtroom at all, period. They don't want to be embarrassed. So that's why they ask you, look, when you sign that piece of paper hiring them, that everything you said is to the best of your knowledge and you were as honest can be. The only problem is you can't be honest because you committed crimes. So with that being said, that's why we never had an attorney contact us, because no one's going to take the case. Especially with Jamie's, no one's going to take his cases at all, period. We requested him to send us black paint. Hey, if I'm a fake at the end of the day, I'm scamming people, I'm ripping them off. If my product's not my black paint as you claim, that's what we are, then here, send me some black paint. We'll test on a YouTube Live. We get nothing out of them. That theory's gone. Don't touch the copyrights. Sent them a cease and desist letter. By the way, learn to spell. We sent them a cease and desist letter. What happened? You kept on doing it. All right, then you forfeit any chance to be able to protect yourself in court. That's it. And that was funny. Sat there and had a nerve to send me a letter, getting nasty with me, telling me at the end of the day, do I know what it means? Do you know how to spell? Because apparently you don't. Because I sent it over to some friends. They could not stop laughing. Like, who the freak sent you this? A kid sent you this? I said, no, a grown man sent me this. They could not stop laughing. I still can't get over that. This is the reason why I don't find anything that you guys send over to me insulting. We laugh at it because your writing is so bad. Oh my goodness. I probably could do a better job if I was blindfolded. I could probably write that much better. Might be not be in the same place, but I could write it much better than you guys. Gee whiz. That's probably why we didn't get anything today. I was hoping to get something today we can laugh at. Because, man, it's hilarious. You can't get mad about it. You can't write. You can't. I'm going to go that road. You can't. Did you graduate? I have to ask that question. I ain't be rude here, people. You know, but did they graduate? How in the world do you not know how to spell that? And you have Google. If you don't even know how to spell correctly, you still got Google. You got all kinds of stuff to help you out with that. You can't work in an office. You can't spell. Like, you can't even make your own contracts. You can't spell. That's pretty bad. All right, I can't dwell on. I got things to do. It's funny. It's like someone trying to insult you and try to tell you at the end of the day that you don't know what a cease and desist order is, but they can't even spell the word cease or desist, which is hilarious. Well, on that side, at least you can claim that you got a mental problem, because maybe that might stick. You can file for insanity or something. I don't know. I just thought that was hilarious. I shared that post with everybody on Facebook. We know one time they sent me this, and I got it posted. They sent me this thing. They said, your paint sock. Not suck, sock. S-O-C-K. That's literally how they spelled it, sock. That's why I don't, anything you write to me, that's why I don't find it insulting. Number one, you can't take anything from me. I already know that from the door. You can't take nothing from me. But number two, it's just, it's funny because you don't know how to write. Ugh, not change. Woo. Drop that mouse again, man. I'm gonna break that thing, man. I just got it. I'm already gonna break it. That's why I got the cordless. So I don't have to trip over the wires. I'm tired of wires. But anyway, you know how to spell. I literally went through that in the emails. When they were sending me the emails, like they really didn't know how to spell. I had to keep correcting them. I had to rewrite everything and send it back to them. And they got frustrated and got mad and just stopped emailing me because they were embarrassed because they can't write. And then you contact me again with this dumb nonsense and you still don't know how to write. Don't know math. Don't know how many quarts go into a gallon. Literally got that. 2, 4, 6, 8. What the freak we come up with 2? You had it at 4. I don't even know where the 6 and 8 came at. What do we have here for a minute? Let me see. Don't know math. So that's why I said we know Danny can write. He can write. Danny knows how to write. He don't tell the truth. He doesn't. He does lie. His court is, he's also being taken to court too. I'm taking him to court in the range gain. I gave him plenty enough time to go in and remove it. He refused to move it. So there's a couple of things we're taking him to court on. We're challenging his company, the range gain, rear projection technology, and the fact that he's making these chemicals basically not over the counter. So basically, I am going to be alerting maybe Homeland Security or somebody for that because you can't make those kind of statements. You can't. That is a little too dangerous to make those kind of statements that you're making chemicals that are not over the they're not over the counter. Anything over the counter has been tested.
Towards the very beginning of this, we tells you how much you paid for the product. You paid $29.
You don't know basic math. I just figured that out. That would explain the reason why you don't do, you stick to quarts. You stick to certain sizes. You don't do 24 ounces. You don't do 64 ounces. You don't do 128. You don't do 250. Is it 250? 256 or something like that. You don't do certain breakdowns of numbers and stuff. He keeps it to basics. And even at basics, he can't even get that correct. Like he said that the receipt, the product that he paid for, he's not good at remembering numbers. The basic that he paid for, you have to remember, you have to know numbers and math and all this stuff. If you get into projection screens, you got to know different sizes of aspect ratio, screen sizes and all that stuff. We even have to know exactly when you're lighting up an environment, how much square inch of how much light you have in the environment and all. You got to know all that stuff, man. You got to know all that stuff. Physics get caught up in that too. You got to know math. Yeah, tell me about it. I don't even know how in the world that he could not get that correct. And it's a gallon. How would you not know? It's basic. How would you not know how many quarts go into a gallon? How are you able to shop at a store if you don't know how many quarts go into a gallon? Someone says, hey, go get me a gallon. You come back with a pint? So this is something that anybody in screen paint should know this. You would know this. Like one of the noob things that noobs do when they get into developing screen paint is they think that a 100-inch screens equal up to an actual 300-inch screen. That's a noob does that. But they do that when they first starting off. As you start to learn and you start doing your research on larger screens and you know basically their sizes and you realize that's not true. They're going to be way off on either way. But this guy's been in the business for a bit. And he literally said that 2 quarts can paint up to a 300-inch screen. Do you know the size of a 300-inch screen? Then he puts it down as the equivalence of 3 100-inch screen. No, man, 3 100 screen, that's a 4x7 screen. There's no way in the world that's going to equal up to 300 inches. So that would make, he removed it. He did remove it. But that would make him a laughing stock to anybody. Because let me tell you something. Anybody who's painting a screen of that caliber, chances are they're not doing it themselves. They're going to bring in a painter. That's what they're going to do, especially if it's a company. What consumer is going to have a screen that big in their backyard? So the most people are going to have a screen of that size of what we sold are going to be companies that are going to have that. And if it's a company, they're going to have their own painter. And their own painter is going to get on the phone and have a conversation with you. So you better know what you're talking about. Because that guy's a professional who you're having a conversation with. And if you're trying to explain to him that 2 quarts of your product is going to go into a 300 screen, he's going to no, no. Or he's going to probably go, okay, buddy, okay, all right. That's what he's going to say. He's just going to humor it. He's going to go back and he's going to talk to the person to get your money back. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's literally what he's going to say. You have to do that. You have to do something called a paint down. So a paint down means you physically have to paint that in. I physically had to paint in a 250-inch screen, and I did it 3 times on camera to know exactly how much it took. I know that 16 ounces of our product can do a 4x8 screen because I did that on camera. I know that our 32 inches can do 150 inches because I did that on camera. I got all that on backup. I know my stuff at the end of the day because I do testing.
Or court there in California, then it would cost the same price here in Philadelphia. No. Different areas definitely have a different fluctuation in price for gas, rent, whatever. In California, live over there.
California's more expensive.
In New York City, the place I'm living in right now is on 1,650 square feet. Would be, I'm pretty sure.
And look at the image. It's not that. Look at that image match.
Are you kidding? You can't add.
Can't add.
And if you go up and you buy the, why? Where'd you get a 2 from?
That was funny. He said 2. And a gallon. 2, 4, 6. He had it at 4. Where did the 2 come in from?
It's $37 for 4. So why did you start off with 40? If you just showed a receipt of you paying $29, where?
Because he tried to make it sound like it was more expensive. That's why he lied. He had the receipt in his hand, and the receipt showed it was $29.99. He had $1.50 off for the discount. And he tried to say it was $40. No, he tried to make it seem it was more expensive. And then the paint he brought was Emerald. Emerald was a lot more expensive. Now, we buy Super Paint, because Super Paint's so much cheaper. You get that for $23. It's a difference. And then if you look at the screen behind it, the screen's it's horrible. It's a freak show going on. This is supposed to be black. This hat is literally blacker than the screen behind it. And that's a 4K tri-laser projector, mind you, that it's supposed to have a 2,000,000 to 1 contrast sitting on top of it. But I told you that projector won't function unless it's on a proper screen.
There's no 2 involved in a gallon. There's no 6 or 8 involved in it. You can't add. That's basic math.
Look how washed out that is.
Geometry, microphysics, quantum physics, anyone.
That is horrible.
Anything like that. You're doing anything like that. Yeah, those mistakes are going to pop up. This is basic math.
Yep.
When they teach you about pints and gallons and quarts.
Basic math.
They said it was $37 per quart. The quart? No, how much is it per gallon? How much is it per gallon?
You got it up on this thing. Should run through my speakers. Over up.
No.
And he nodded to it as if it was actually correct.
On camera. I just missed this part. I'm like, wait a minute. He just added what I thought he just added up?
He actually.
Is it better spending $40 or so it's $30, $37 per quart. A quart? Now how much is it per gallon? How much is it per gallon? $80. Right.
2468. What did you get that from? Not if you're breaking it down and you're saying it's a quart. And if it's a quart, it's $40, which actually wasn't $40, it was $29.99 with $1.50 discount on it because I saw the receipt. I memorized numbers. But when you're saying how much 2468, where did you get the 2? The 4 was correct, but where did the 68 come from? This is why we see nothing but trolls on his channel, because customers have a bit more common sense not to go in there and look like a freaking idiot at the end of the day. That's why.
No, not right. I don't even know how you got it. You're not even in good view. How did you get these box? It's $30 equation. Where are you getting this math from? I can't make this up. This is not me doctoring anything to make him look like an idiot. This is literally him saying this on camera. I just missed this part. And I'm like, wait a minute. He just added what I thought he just added up? This is what gets pissed off. Is it better spending $40 or, so it's $30, $37 per quart. A quart? Now, how much is it per gallon? How much is it per gallon? 2, 4, 6, 8, $88. Right? No, not right. No, not right. I don't even know why you got it.
2468. This is what you guys at the end of the day who support this guy. Really? This is why we consider y'all jokes. That's why. He doesn't know how. And look at the screen. Look at the screen. Look at that screen. Mind you, that's not an everyday projector he's got sitting up there. He's got a P2 sitting up there. 2 million to 1 contrast. Tri-laser projector. That projector's like 3,500 lumens. Look at the house paint sitting next to it. Yep. It's the same color as the screen that the guy washed that on. Same color. That's why his company's going to court. Because we're going to get him for everything. Consumer fraud, all kinds of stuff we're going to get him for. Challenge his company in court. When we get done with him, it's going to be on court record everywhere, showing that his company committed fraud. He was accused of fraud, and he was basically, these are the fines he's going to have to pay out. And if you're guilty of fraud, you get jail time. Jail time for consumer fraud. He's going to have to prove this. What are you going to do? Take me to court for what? My technology doesn't produce in foliated environments. We can paint it off the ceiling if we want. We have to use high-powered projectors. Oh, by the way, Mr. Wake, I forgot. I'm going to sue you for that, too. You did make a comment about saying that my company uses only high-powered projectors in order to make a white levels push-up, right? All right, there you go. I'm going to sue you for that. Anything y'all said, because we got demonstrations on everything. Oh, we use special camera equipment and editing equipment to make our screens look brighter and whiter. And manipulate the cameras. We're nothing but scammers, smoke, and mirrors. You're going to have to prove all that in court. If not, you're getting sued. So you know that from the door. So this is not going to be a lawsuit, people. That's going to be like one day. This is going to go on for months. It's going to go for quite a while, Yeah, you're going to pay for this, buddy. You're going to pay for everything you said out of your mouth on YouTube. You're going to pay for everything. And my people have already come back with all the information needed. We got more information on you on top of that. Everything you've been saying in between now and here, we got you. We've been watching you. Can you go to jail for slander? See, the problem you have here is that you have a lot of slander against my company. False demonstrations, committing fraud against my companies, stuff like that. But I think what we're going to start with first, because we have to pace ourselves, we have a lot here. So what I want to start with first is I want to start with defamation lawsuits.
According to law, Law, Cornell, Purdue, Cornell University. To prove prima facie defamation, a plaintiff must show 4 things. 1. A false statement purporting to be fact. 2. Publication or communication of that statement to a third person. 3. Fault amounting to at least negligence. And 4. Damages or some harm caused to the reputation of the person or entity who is the subject.
You're done. So you went out and posted my face and went across my copyrighted material labels and sat there and said they were scammers or rip-off artists, posted my face all over YouTube. We have all that evidence. So those lawsuits will start today. Now, mind you, there is going to be around 8 of these things that are going to be firing off, which means you're going to have to show up for every single one of them. I don't care how much money it costs you for airline tickets. That's not my problem, but you better show up here in Pennsylvania. If you don't show up, it's going to go against you. You don't show up for court, it's going to go up against you. Judge does not like it when people don't show up. And if you do it enough times, then it's going to go on record that you're a no-show for court. And that means when it comes up to the more heavier cases, including the big ones where you're going to need an attorney at the end of the day, no attorney's going to touch you because you have a record already showing that you're a no-show. So they're not going to touch you, which means you won't have anybody to represent your case when you're going to need them the most. And that's what we're going to do to you first. I'm going to take it away from you on that level. So you'll start receiving from the process servers. We don't know when, but once we get all this in, showing it was criminal records are in charge, you got to go to the criminal place, go to my records, go to the FBI, get my records, go from there and get ready to file this lawsuit today. And then that way we can get him into court. We'll do small claims first. No attorney is required. All you have to do is just show up, Mr. Fernando, to prove that you didn't do what you did, that you didn't basically post my pictures all over YouTube and alter them and change them to try to embarrass me online. So you're going to have to show up and prove that you didn't do what we have right here, which we know is virtually impossible. If you don't show, it will go on court record that you're a no-show. You're automatically forfeit, and I'll go up to wherever to file for execution of judgment, and I'll take your stuff right there from the door. Which means if your bank card's not working and you can't get into your accounts, this means you basically have a judgment that just slammed you. And this will keep going. We'll sue you with another one and another one. You'll get a couple of these keep coming back to your door with the process server. And then after we get up around 8 of these and we're done with that, we'll start for the heavier charges. Now, as I said before, if you choose not to show up for court, it's just going to go against you. It's going to show that you were a no-show. So when you do need an attorney for the criminal charges, which do carry jail time, this is going to be really rough because any attorney goes in, he's going to look and he's going to find your record and say, hey, why didn't you show up to any of these court hearings? He's not going to touch you because he runs the risk of you not showing up. If you're not going to show up to a lawsuit, there's a good chance you're not going to show up to criminal charges. So he's not going to take the chance on you. And he's going to dismiss your case. He's not going to touch you. And it's going to be hard for you to get an attorney. So I would advise you to show up. All right, people, I got to go. I'm excited. I got my new technology coming in. Oh, man. We get to build a new retro PC. We get to build it. We get to build it. Bum, 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 bum. That's for the Apex Gamer. I still got to get a screen for the Apex Gamer. I should get a portable. Screen. I should do that. So much to do. This is the day I want to take a day off, to tell you the truth. It's funny. I was working on a day, not a day I want to take a day off, but now I got to work at things to do. We got things to do. I have so much to do. Let me get to work. All right, people. You enjoy your time. We got to get this done. So 2 things I got to get. I got to get all this technology engineered and done, and I got to get these guys in court. Because again, you know, they're just bent on trying to destroy what we have, and we're not going to allow it to happen. No way in the world. I think the day, Mr. Fernando, the first day that I met you, you literally thought in the back of your mind that I was the type of person you could push over. I'm pretty sure you've done this to other people. I'm pretty sure you felt that you could bogart anybody you want. Remember when I told you that I'm a different person at the end of the day? I was designed different at the end of the day. You got the wrong person. You literally should have took the get out of free jail card when I gave it to you. When I gave you the opportunity to get out of that situation, you should have took it. And now you're going to face the music. And the Lord, we got the Lord on our side to get this done. Because everything that we're putting in front of this courtroom, everything we're putting before these judges, that they know, that the Lord knows and I know that we're not lying about it. We're not making anything up. everything you guys done to us, can't wait to see you in court for it. Can't wait. And I just want to know the rest of them that were involved in all this nonsense, just so you know that in those documents, you are in those documents. You're actually on those files. So Crow's initial police report basically has you guys embedded into it. You're not squeaky clean. You did stuff too. So you're not going to get her out of this. You think Crow's going to get hit with all of this and you guys are not going to get anything out of this? Oh, no. We're going to come after you too. And anybody else, when they do the email trace, anybody else that comes up in those traces and they say, hey, there's other parties that were involved, I'm going to figure out where you're at so we can get a process server to your front door to serve you to appear in court for a lawsuit. And I'm not taking the small claims court. I'm taking either civil or federal court, depending on what's involved. We're not talking about $12,000. We'll start it at $100,000. Maybe about 150,000, maybe 250,000. That's what we're going to hit you with. So if we find out anybody else came up besides these individuals that we know, that's what we're going for. All right then. Good luck, because you're definitely going to need it. I got to go back to my page here because I want to start building on this page. I got some stuff in here I want to add to this for what we got coming up new. I can't wait to get my equipment in here to start working on my new technology. Boom, 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 boom. What's new? Did we put down hologram technology? I think I did put down hologram technology. Yep. There we go. Hologram technology. We put down customized acoustic blackout cloth. I still got to go down to the fabric store and check out what they got over there. Ultra wide inflatable screens. That's a whole nother project. Motorized projection screen. I got to bring in. I got a buddy of mine. Well, actually, sister has a son who is a engineer. He's going to work with it on that project. Legendary limited edition rare. Those are the strange 7 screens. The glass ones are real hard to get. We're not working on it yet. Cinema Flow, not yet. Not ready for that. I'll do that next summer. FLE mapping, visual 15. We're doing that. We're doing that now. Panel projection screen systems. I'll do that around Christmas. FLE quantum fusion black screens. We'll do that now. We can knock that in there too because we got the equipment for it. Let's see. Dedicated gamer, portable tabletop screens. Yeah, we're getting all that done, but we have to expand this list. Now we have hologram technology. Let's expand. Oh, by the way, in the Halloween screens, they're not just for Halloween, because somebody said, they're only just for Halloween. No, you can put all kinds of stuff through it. You can do Christmas, you can do New Year's, whatever you want to put through it at the end of the day. That's what it's designed for. You know, that thing is physically a projection screen, right? Did you know that? They're projection screens. You can actually watch movies off of them. We just don't advertise them that way. Oh, and I got to go to this other building and see if I can rent out their spot. They got this nice, perfect area. Oh, and I got to go drop over. See how my mind races from jumping because I got so much stuff going on in my head right now. I got to go to the RV place and drop off business cards. Oh, my business cards. That's why we got them made. Bam, look at them. Bam, look at the business card. They sick. They sick. Got that freaking batch number guarantee right there because we stand behind that. Look at the naysayers all angry. The batch number. That's right, baby. We stand behind our product. We back our stuff up. That's another thing, too. I'm going to challenge you in court, too. Your shipping policies. Everything you have on your website will be challenged in court. Your return policies. All that will be challenged. Everything. So, get ready. We are coming. We have to lay the foundation for our technology. Begin to lay the foundation out here, in there, and basically, it is time to destroy our enemies. Gentlemen, I told you, in September, we will begin. I'm a man of my word. You know that. Jamie, you should know that I'm a man of my word. I sent a process server to your front door. You know I'm not one to play. So you know I'm a man of my word. So, like I said, in order for us to get to this next level, we have to make sure that our enemies are basically laid to rest. And this will be done. You have no idea how hyped up I am to get this finished, to get you guys actually in a courtroom so we can all have this conversation together. I'm even going to bring you an arbitration. You know, arbitration is a more closed court because I want to see you face to face. I want to be able to have a talk with you. I want to know exactly why you thought in the back of your mind that you were going to come in and try to destroy my company at the end of the day. I want to see you right across the table. That's what I want. And I'm going to request that. I want an arbitration hearing for one of them. I want all of you right in front of me so you can see me face to face. Oh, no plea deal, by the way. This will involve jail time. When we're in that area right there, this will involve prison time. So I want to see you face to face. I want to see your face up close before your sentence. I want to see this. I think I have that right. Right? I think I do. So this is going to be very interesting. Watching you trying to explain why you did what you did. You know, it's funny. I told you, I had this guy sued for like about $50,000. And this guy did something stupid. So anyway, we go to court. And he reminds me of you guys. And I mean, he had no evidence. He had nothing at all. Not a thing. Nothing. We went to a small claims court. It was me. No, I brought my lawyer. I went to a regular civil court. I had a lawyer with me. And he said nothing at all. The judge asked him over and over again, why did you do so and so and so? And all he could say was the same thing over and over because he had nothing to say. He knew it was guilty. He knew what he did. And the judge turned and says, well, you're sentenced to $50,000 lawsuit. You got a $50,000 lawsuit right there on the spot. Right there on the spot, you got a $50,000 lawsuit. So I went up, got my judgment, went up and to whatever apartment they had, and I filed for execution of judgment. I paid out my fee, and they went to his house and took his car. And a few things in his house because the car was worth somewhere near what we sued for, but they also took some things from his house and there's nothing you could do about it. So I know what you're going to go through because I've done this to people before who basically violated my company. I've taken them to court and I've sued them. So if you don't have evidence, and this is something small that he did, that he got hit with, your stuff at the end of the day is insane. Like I said, it's crazy on how much stuff we have on these guys. So, yeah, we can easily request jail time. You fall under the guidelines also too of cyber stalking. How much jail time can you get for cyber crimes? So cyber crimes can land you up to 10 to 20 years in jail. So you realize that the contacting my company, the thousands of emails we receive of them calling me all kinds of nasty names, the text messages with racial slurs attached to them and pornography. Imagine what a judge is going to feel when they see all that evidence that's being pumped in front of them, all that information we had. We got boxes and boxes of it. So this is what you're looking at right now. This is for several offenses. You're over several offenses. You have way more than that. And then you have the conspiracy charges on top of that, which actually advance that by much higher. Mind you, we're not even talking about the post office fraud charges. We're not even talking about the copyrights yet. That's how bad it is. This is the reason why I sat there and I computer copyright infringements. That's 10 years in prison. This is the reason why I tried to give you guys the opportunity to get out of it. And you just wouldn't take it. You just kept coming after me and coming after me. When I came over here to Allentown, if you had left me alone when I came over to Allentown and left me be, I would have just let it go. I would have. Came down to Allentown, starting a fresh start. You know what I mean? I want to start doing my business down here. And you guys came over here and attacked me over here too. And then that's when I realized I'm going to have to go forward on this. I'm going to have to go in, take them to court. I'm going to have to sue them and have to get them, see how they can give them some criminal charges or get them arrested or whatever has to be done. Because if I don't do this, they're never going to leave me alone. They're going to keep on attacking me. And then now you start attacking my family. You're sending letters out and all that stuff. It's okay. It's finalized. So that's what you got. So remember, on this day, you asked for it. I gave you the opportunity, but you didn't take it. The only thing I say to you, gentlemen, may God be with you, because you are going to need it. You're going to go through a very interesting transition in life. It's going to be a life-changing experience. You can sit on camera, you can laugh about this, we don't mind that. We know that's what you do. People usually laugh and do that when they're afraid. That's understandable. But this is going to be a life experience. We literally have enough on you to do what we need to be done, have done. So let me get ready and get over there and get this taken care of and begin the process. After this, we will not be telling you what we're doing, how we're doing it, what courtrooms we're going to. You won't know any of that whatsoever. All that's going to be kept quiet. I'm just letting you know it starts today. All right, gotta go. God bless.